Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Horrors of the 2000. Bring in this lovely panel we got tonight. First, from S'mores Indoors, Corey. Corey, how you doing?
What's up, everyone? Good to be here. These are fun shows.
This ought to be interesting. A lot of stuff in this decade.
A lot of stuff that are questionable on my list, but this was a rough decade for me. I think I had a lot going on in life at this time, so probably a lot of good stuff that I need to catch up on. But I'm looking forward to hearing everybody else's lists and see what I should catch up on, I guess. So,
bring in from Cable Channel 11, Corey with a K. How you doing?
How's it going, guys?
hey.
And Corey, don't worry, I've got some questionable picks on my list too. So
Okay, good.
I got a few, I know, so we'll see.
a lot of blockbuster specials. So
And the other half of Cable Channel 11, Mr. Just Graham, how are you, sir?
Hello, thanks for having me back.
the lesser half.
The lesser half.
Oh, suck it.
Oh, damn.
I'm excited for this. I love the first two episodes you did, and I'm glad to be back. And hopefully we have at least another one or two after this.
My dog is pissed.
I don't know where my wife's dog is, but it wasn't hers.
And then we got from
That was mine, sorry.
Well, it's yours, you're good. Flesh Wound Features, the Mr. Daniel Sean.
What's up, guys? I'm excited for this show. I'm braving an injury because I had to rescue a possum from a dog today. And they, I don't know, I'm probably not pointing the right way, but they did cut open my arm a little bit.
Which one? The dog or the possum?
Oh, I don't think the possums even bite. Pretty sure it was a dog, but it was a mess because I saw him grab it, had to go wrestle it out of his mouth. In the middle of it, I tossed the possum in the pond by mistake. So I had to rescue the possum from drowning while the dog's trying to kill the possum in the pond. So it's a clusterfuck. So yeah, just a nasty little wound there, but other than that,
I would have paid good money to see that.
Yeah, I was saying,
Yes.
I hope there's a security camera nearby, please.
possum was probably fucked up, but it was okay. So yeah, the possum I don't think bit me because I scooped it up and kind of just flung it, and it was okay as far as I could tell. So dog and the possum are fine, and my wrist will heal up. So thought I was gonna miss it for a minute though, because this was like a small wound, but it was like you know when a wrestler gets busted open and it kind of starts squirting.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go, but fortunately I didn't have to. So
That is good. You didn't have to. All right, then we got Mr. Orc. How are you, sir?
What's up, faggots? How's it going? Some water. I'm sad because now Dan has rabies. So
I love Dr. CZ Death's comment about Dan's experience at just World Star.
World Star. That's what it
World
sounds like.
Star.
if I start drooling and just trying to kill everybody through the computer,
I thought I had it bad, but damn, Dan's got me beat.
yeah. So dog doesn't have rabies. I think I'm good.
And last but not least, Mr. J the Stingray.
I definitely can't follow that possum story.
Jay's coming live from Planet CHH's house. So.
Yeah, man. I broke in.
You wouldn't rescue a drowning possum, Jay.
Depending on what's involved, maybe.
Yeah, I was my dog behind me, I think I said motherfucker like 27 times. And the neighbor's kids were out in the pool, so I'm not going to be looking anybody in the eyes anytime soon. But yeah.
Come over
Get
to our
off.
house. Leave the kids.
That ain't
Motherfucker.
That ain't happening now. No, just motherfucking dog is probably going to be repeated in school tomorrow. But yeah.
Sounds like you had an eventful day for sure.
Eventful, yes.
Well, how's everybody feeling about their list? I know a couple of you changed it at the last minute, a couple of you just finished it.
It's a list. It's filled out. That's all I can say on mine.
I'll have the shittiest list for sure.
What's up with you guys? I didn't think it was that bad, and I thought it was going to be, I'm an 80s, 90s guy. I thought it was going to be horrible.
These were my high school years, and like Corey said, a lot of shit went down for me during this time period. So I missed out on a lot of shit and stuff like that.
This was some of my high school years and middle school years, so this was kind of like a peak of when I was watching stuff. So
These kids.
Should be interesting.
Darn kids. But let's see. Who wants to start? How do we want to do? How do we used to do this? It's been a while.
That's what she said.
We start with 5 and just everyone go around do 5, and then we go back around and do 4.
Okay.
We each do our 5th, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have a number. I don't have them ranked numberly. Like I just fucking put 5 random ass films.
Have you watched this show before?
You failed
No,
it.
I've not. I did the 90s.
Wait, weren't you on one of them?
I was on the 90s one, yeah.
Just pick them. They're the close.
Okay.
I love you, Orc.
Love you too, baby. Yeah.
So I guess we'll start the year 2000, and I know Dan said something about having honorable mentions. So if anybody's got honorable mentions for this year of 2000, you can go ahead and say them. Dan, you got any for this year?
Definitely. Well, these are ones obviously that I didn't pick. Not a huge volume yet of movies released in 2000. As you go along this list, though, like it quadruples by the end. But as far as honorable mentions that I think are worth checking out, I would throw out Ryuhei Kitamura's Versus, which is that's a good one. I would also throw out Pitch Black, which I'm sure is going to be on some of your lists, but I didn't pick it only because I could also call it just as much of a sci-fi movie, but got to throw that out there. Crazy Lips, really batshit Asian horror movie. It's not top 5. Also, Junk and Living Hell, 2 other Asian horror movies. I think that's about all I got. Truth About Demons, which introduced the world to Carl Urban. Those are my honorable mentions for 2000.
Anybody else got anything for that year? Nope. All right. Well, who wants to start us off?
How are we going to remember the order? Yeah.
I'll just go this way from me, the 2 Corys.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to get y'all. I'm gonna have to get a picture and put both y'all heads on Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. So y'all get
there you go.
But I'll start. My number 5 for 2000 is gonna be Toxic Avenger 4: Citizen Toxie. Man, Corey Feldman is in this, and this opening is one of the fucking, even for Trauma, one of the wildest openings in the school with all that stuff going on. But it's definitely a fun one for sure.
Cool. My number 5 will be Final Destination.
My number 5 is a Friday the 13th ripoff, Bloody Murder.
Oh, yes. Tiffany Shepard in that one, I think.
No, she was in the second one.
Second one? Okay. Yeah. Orc?
My number 5. Oh, just one of my number fives. This is how it'll be the whole show. I'll just put you on first one.
Okay. So my number 5 is Uzumaki, also known as Spiral, which is the film adaptation of the Junji Ito manga, which I haven't read yet, so I'm just judging the movie. I'm just sort of dipping my toes in the manga world now. So, but yeah, a lot of people forget there was a movie in 2000, so check that one out.
I have to. Yes. Yes. I can hear you.
Hollow Man.
Oh, okay.
I
There
know
we go.
I know it's surprising. It was horrible, but I had fun with it.
Kevin Bacon, right?
Kevin Bacon. Crispy bacon.
And I've got Cherry Falls.
Cherry Falls. Good one. Good one. On that was made for TV, right? What was the deal with that? Or no, it wasn't, but it premiered on USA, right?
Premiered on USA, but yeah, a lot of cut out of Cherry Falls, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just such a weird premise too.
Yeah, couldn't be made today.
Yeah, that was our number 5. Like I said, Lauren's got his Ginger Snaps, the one that Dan said, versus and Psycho Beach Party. I don't know what counting is.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
That's what Amy Adams in that.
Mhm.
One of her favorite movies.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, to be honest. But yeah,
Tuxedo says Duty versus, and then Hazing is the only film from the decade that breaks in. I didn't have time to watch that, so I'm a little upset with myself because I feel like it made my list.
that is just a fun movie, and I highly recommend, at least come Halloween time, if you just want a fun party movie, sit down and watch The Hazing. I couldn't believe how fucking good that movie was when I rented it, but Rolf Konevsky is bankable.
Yeah, it's when I bought it like 2 months ago off eBay, and I meant to watch it before this, but I didn't get to it. And then we got Mikey in here. What's going on, Mikey?
What's up, Mikey?
All right, well, moving into number 4, and my number 4 for this year is Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm a simp for Leprechaun. I love them all. I don't care. So
Not the remake, guys, or not the remake. The Origins.
No,
You didn't like that one.
Origins. No,
Yeah.
I did like Returns though. It was better than I expected.
Yeah, Returns was fun.
But yes, Leprechaun Hood, come to do no good is my number 4. I mean, he raps in it. Come on, what else do you want?
My number 4 was Cherry Falls.
My number 4 was The Calling.
I haven't heard that.
It's nothing new if you've ever seen any sort of Antichrist.
Yeah,
horror
I know
movie,
which one
but-
it is. Yeah,
but
yeah, decent film. I remember renting it from Hollywood Video back in the day.
Or you're right. Or you just said 1 for this year, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm on
Four,
rank
right?
4. Yeah.
4.
All right. Final Destination is my 4th. And I love people who've never been on an airplane because of this movie. It's hilarious. One may begin with a P that we know. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's never been on a plane.
I did not know that. That's interesting. Funnier if it was like a Ghoulies thing and they never used a toilet though, because that person exists. Let's be real. All right, my number 4 is Ring Zero Birthday, the prequel to Ringu. Had to throw it in there. Everybody always just mentions the one, and yeah, so that's my number 4.
My number 4, Ginger Snaps. And I saw Lauren, he had mentioned that as well.
Oh, ranked so high. Oh, so high.
Ginger Snaps, that Catherine Isabel. That's great.
That's a good one.
I know it's been mentioned a few times already, but Versus is my next one.
I need to go back and watch it. I haven't. It's been a long time since I've seen that. My brother, he loves that movie. All right, well, that was number 4. Now, Lauren out here throwing out some later. Some good ones.
Was High
And-
Tension
We'll get there,
2000?
No, it was.
No.
He's just picking 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And moving on to number 3. My number 3 is Cherry Falls, which oddly enough, I just watched this for the first time recently. I think last October. Brittany Snow. Good little slasher. Could not be made today, I don't think. But
No, absolutely would not.
My number 3 was Blair Witch 2.
I do like that one quite a bit, more than other people.
My number 3 was The Prophecy 3, The Ascent.
Is Christopher Walken in that one?
Yep. It's the last
Yep.
one he's in.
Last one he
Number
Mine,
3 is American Psycho.
So low. Wow.
Nice. My number 3 is another wild, batshit little movie, The Convent, with Adrian Barbeau, directed by Mike Mendez. If you ever wanted to see Adrian Barbeau shotgunning beef guns, check out The Convent.
I have that
And,
one on the list.
gosh, I must have missed American Psycho. But anyway, my number 3, not as near as good as the first one, but Urban Legends Final Cut. It's worth a watch.
It's not a bad one.
I like that pick.
Thank you.
And Ginger Snaps for me.
Nice.
Jess, you like my number 1?
I wonder if we
I
got
think
similars.
me and Jeff might have the same. No, I don't know what the same number 1. We might. But moving on to number 2, and my number 2 is American Psycho.
My number 2 is Shadow of the Vampire, John Malkovich, Willem Dafoe.
Hmm. I need to
My
see
number
that. I've never
2
seen that.
is Dracula 2000. The ending of that movie, I love the little twist with Judas, and I like religious horror. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
Good. Work.
All right, my number 2 is Pound for Pound, the best Canadian horror film ever made, Ginger Snaps.
Awesome. My number 2, already name dropped, Shadow of the Vampire. Willem Dafoe as Max Shrek. What more can be said?
That's a great one. That's one, too, that it never gets talked about, really.
But I think it's out of print, right?
It hasn't had a Blu-ray stateside, unfortunately, but yeah, everybody should check that one out.
Nice. My number 2 is Final Destination.
Final Destination for me as well.
Yeah.
I can already tell there's going to be at least 2 movies that it's mostly on everybody else's list that's not going to be on mine. So, I guess we're at number 1, right?
Mhm.
Before we get to number 1, Sean McManus is in here. I haven't seen him in a while. How you doing, sir? Never saw his American. I mean, I can see that, but all right, we're at number 1, and my number 1 is going to be Scream Fury. It's really not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I don't
Oh
think.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm
It-
sorry.
I'm joking.
I'm not. It is, but
Jake's right. Jake's right.
Thank
about-
you, Jeff.
About time.
It's fun. I like it. And
I like Parker Posey. I'll say one thing nice. That's about.
Oh
it.
man, she steals the show for sure. But
I was 9 years old when this came out, and I seen this, and I still remember the promotion for it coming out. I had the soundtrack, which the Fuel song we heard before this was on the soundtrack, and
Creed.
Yeah, you can't forget the What If music video that was playing on MTV. Oh, no. I love Scream 3.
Yeah.
Number one for me is American Psycho.
Number one for me is Final Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination is one I consider to be on everybody's list, but not mine. I still give two shits about that franchise.
Number one for me is one of my favorite comedies of all time, Scary Movie 1.
Ooh, scary movie.
What's your favorite scene, Orc, when the dick comes through the?
That's good. It reminds me of Al, but I like when the piano's going down the stairs and it hits the old lady, and then he goes like this with his arms.
All right, my number one pick, and actually, this wasn't too difficult for 2000. It's Ginger Snaps all the way. I fucking love Ginger Snaps so much.
I think you called it earlier. Scream 3 for me.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hell yeah, brother.
No,
No.
No.
I got American Psycho.
I figured that was going to be close to everybody's number one.
I must have missed that. It definitely gets an honorable mention for me because it's not on my list. It probably should have been.
I have to, I guess, disagree with Sean because it's always felt like a horror movie to me. So
Yeah, for sure. And before, okay, Dan already answered Sean on that one. Moving on to 2001, which I can already tell you, Dan's probably going to be the only person that's ever seen or heard of my number one of this year. But we'll get there. But we're moving on to number 5 for 2001, and my number 5 is Valentine. Fun little slasher, definitely of its era.
that was my number 5 too.
That was mine too.
Damn, or
Let's see. Making my numbers up here on the run here. I'm gonna go with The Others because I am your daughter.
that scene still. That's funny about that scene is I don't remember that scene as much as I remember the scene from Scary Movie 4 when they got the fake Michael Jackson and Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Jay quote that shit all the time. I am your daughter.
All right, so my number 5 for 2001. This was really a year of Takashi Miike, and I'm only going to pick one film, but which is Visitor Q, which is, yeah, if anybody goes into that, I would imagine if half of you watch, half of you would be really angry with me because very fucked up film. And he had a hell of a year with Ichi the Killer and Happiness of the Katakuri's. But I'm just going to pick one. I'll just count those others as honorable mentions. Visitor Q.
Ichi the Killer.
And for Justice, yes, let's say this is definitely the decade where J horror got big. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Asian
that's what I'm
horror in
noticing.
general, yeah.
Going through here, I've got tons. Like it's mostly Japanese, honestly.
Tartan Extreme, whatever the fuck it was called. A lot of those DVDs.
Oh yeah.
Jess?
My number 5 is kind of like Dan. I have a little mess of just some ones I couldn't pick. They're not really great, but they need to be mentioned for that year. We got Children of the Living Dead, 13 Ghosts, Valentine, which again I somehow must have missed that, and it's almost not a horror, but I'm gonna throw it in there. Mummy Returns. It's horrible but fun.
Yes.
Did you drop Children of the Living Dead, Jess?
I did, because I almost wanted to put it on the list, but
Oh.
it's supposed to be the top, I guess. It doesn't deserve to have a number, but it needed to be mentioned.
And guys, when we start the next year, so I can get through everybody's honorable mentions. I kind of skipped off.
Oh, I can do it again. No big deal.
But yeah. Jay.
I don't have any honorable mentions.
You got number 5 though.
Oh, number 5. I'll say Jeepers Creepers.
All right. Moving on to number 4 for 2001. My number 4 is 13 Ghosts. This movie really doesn't hold up that well, I don't think. But man, I love some Matthew Lillard and some of the ghosts in this.
That was my number 4 too.
Corey, like,
That was not my number 4.
Okay.
My number 4 was The Forsaken.
Ghost of Mars was not my number 4 as well.
that would have been an honorable mention for me. I know everybody hates it, but I kind of enjoy it. I love Ice Cube.
Wreck yourself.
my number. I don't know what about Ice Cube makes me laugh, but my number 4 is Sion Sono's Suicide Club. Really great
Nice.
film. Yeah.
I'm gonna be lost.
Not for everybody, and that's going to be something I'll say a lot tonight. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be lost in all this J horror stuff tonight because there's very few I've seen.
You guys, I'm surprised I even wrote this. I must have been smoking something when I wrote this. Children of the Corn 7 Revelation.
All right.
What the hell?
Curveball.
yes.
I told you. I even was surprised when I just read this. Is my number 4.
You
I'm
do
not
know
feeling so
this.
bad about my list now. I don't
Did somebody
know.
come in here and rewrite this?
This is best of.
Yeah.
Best of.
Well,
Maybe he's a
I
Children
I
of
did
the
not
Corn fan.
expect that to be name dropped, though.
I
That's awesome.
He's
have
from
grown to be a
Iowa.
Children of the Corn fan. Even some
I
of
don't
the
have
bad
any
ones.
Children of the Corn movies on my list at all. So
3 is
Well,
fun. 3 is fun.
3, yeah.
3 is fun.
3 is. I love.
Urban Harvest.
Heck yeah, Children of the Corn in the Hood, Love it.
It's one of the better ones for sure. 3.
How did we never get the Leprechaun in the cornfield at some point? You could add some crossover with that.
It would have been better for instead of Back to the Hood. I don't think they should have retreaded that. That's where it lost me.
No, I actually see. We'll get to that, but I
Yeah.
prefer that. I prefer that one to the first in the Hood.
Well, the first one wasn't even that great.
You're wrong, but that's okay.
I like the first 4 movies a lot.
And that's a bold statement that's got from a guy that's got Children of the Corn 7 on his list.
Exactly. Come on, sir.
I told you I didn't. I'm surprised. Maybe I didn't write this.
Maybe I did. Probably wrote it last night when you were hammered.
Rewrote it.
All right, this looks fucking good right here.
Fuck these guys.
But Jay, you're number 4.
I've got Stacy.
Ah, good pick.
I don't
Good
know what
pick.
that is.
Another Japanese.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know what it is.
Zombie flick. I checked that out. That was actually an honorable mention for me. I'm glad you picked it.
All right. I'm gonna get my number 3, and then I gotta make myself another drink, so y'all can go through without me. But my number 3 is Jeepers Creepers.
My number 3 is The Others.
I am your daughter.
Are you mad?
My number 3 is 13 Ghosts.
My number 3 is Jason X.
Oh, come on.
It's way too low.
Respect.
My number 3 is Dagon, the Stuart Gordon film adaptation of Shadows over Innsmouth and Dagon.
I've actually seen that one.
It's a great movie. I like that one a lot.
My number 3, and I'm so glad it's getting a lot of love here. I didn't think it would. The Others. Yeah.
You know, I didn't. I'm kind of like Orc. I didn't really number mine, but like this is a terrible year for horror films. But like these next 3, like, are some of my favorite movies of all time. I'm gonna go Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up being a honorable mention for me, but that's still definitely one of my favorite movies for sure.
It's
so
it's
good.
got a bit of everything, doesn't it? I mean, it's kind of like the perfect like combination of genres. You know?
Yeah, adventure, horror. There's so much going on there. So I was like, okay, I can justify making my list easier by not counting it as just a horror movie. But
I mean, martial arts, you know,
everything. No, Brotherhood of the Wolf. If you guys haven't watched it in the chat, it's a shame they kind of fucked up the recent Blu-ray, but you should absolutely check it out. It is such a good movie. So
it's
hard
streaming
to classify.
somewhere. I watched it not too long ago, on a streaming service.
Yeah,
but it's.
Yeah,
I know we're waiting for Jake to get back here, but this is one of the only movies I've ever walked out of. My brother made us walk out of this movie because he didn't know it was going to be in French.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I had to do some work to see it because it wasn't playing like everywhere wherever I was at that particular time. But yeah, that's everybody should check out Brotherhood of the Wolf. While we're just killing time, you actually got some of my honorable mentions, but I would throw out also Session 9 is an honorable mention for me. Cradle of Fear. Plague of Zombie.
There we go. Cradle of Filth movie.
Yes, honorable mention. And I will say I didn't count Biozombie because even though I saw it around this year, it actually came out in 1998, so overseas. So yeah.
Strongly Squad, fine. Siren Head.
I saw your comment, Dan, about a threesome to Susudio's on your bucket list. Not had the threesome to it, but I have seen him do it live, so that was kind of cool.
My son likes Siren Head as well.
Nice.
Speaking of sirens, Orc, the end of the third period, Rangers and Penguins are tied at 3. We're going to overtime.
Yes, let's go Rags, baby. Oh.
Where are we at? What I missed?
I just killed time with honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
For it too.
Mother or mom?
Corey with a K, read chat.
Read chat.
Yeah, it's a good year. I'm sorry, where are we?
Ready to start number 2.
Okay. Yeah, 2001, there were a lot. The Bunker's another one. Wolf Girl's actually a pretty good movie that not a lot of people talk about. Pure goofiness, but Soul Keeper was fun. So this will be a good guide for you guys to pick up some of these obscurities.
You guys can't tell I'm making my list right now.
I finished with 2 minutes to spare, Jay.
I have no clue where we're at. So
I really did have this list done like a month ago.
You're on
We're at 2.
2001, and yeah, your second favorite of 2001.
oh, is it me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my number 2 for 2001 is Jason X. Love it.
My number 2 is Session 9.
That's one I
Nice.
wanted to watch before because I always hear good things about it.
My number 2 is Jason X.
Yeah, Corey with a K.
My
And I
number
could
two
I
is-
could go back and forth with my number 1 and my number 2. So
I did that as well.
My number 2 is good old Victor's movie, Jeepers Creepers.
Good old maybe. Not so much.
Yeah.
But
I felt the sarcasm in that tone.
yeah, I did too. Don't cancel Orc. It was a joke. My second and first spot are pretty much neck and neck as well. But number 2, I will go Guillermo del Toro's Devil's Backbone.
That was in this fucking year. God damn it.
My number 2 is Jeepers Creepers as well. It's just so good. I'm so glad I didn't know that information when I first watched that movie.
Yeah.
Well, I picked Biozombie, but as Dan just told us, it came out in '98, not this year. So
I think you can
oh,
count
well.
it though because you saw it. It didn't come out in this country, I don't believe. Until then. So I
Yeah.
think you could count it. I think I used it on the '90s show anyway. So for me, it would have made sense.
All right. So
Number
I'm
one.
sticking with that pick. Number 1. And Dan, you're probably the only one that's ever heard or seen this. My number 1 is going to be the Fangoria Presents Slashers.
Yeah, Maurice Devereaux. We interviewed him, I believe. Actually, I don't know if I was in on that interview, but yeah, nice guy. Like he did a bunch of the Fangoria stuff. Lady of the Lake.
Yeah, great
Another one.
movie. I fucking love it. Yeah, love it.
I love this movie. Like I would, if you haven't seen it, I definitely would suggest you watch it. It's a really fun time. A lot of great characters.
I'm going with Jeepers Creepers at number 1.
that was my number 1 also.
That's Scary Movie 1. Why not Scary Movie number 2? Yeah.
A couple pedos in here, I think.
I put it into the comedy category. I wouldn't.
My number 1 pick is Pulse, the original, obviously. But yeah,
How did I
Pulse.
miss that?
Jay, I spent hours like trying to. I was.
Yeah, I just
obsessed
went to
about it.
Wikipedia. I wasn't try-harding this shit too much.
I try-harded the fuck out of it.
I
appreciate it.
would have had Pulse.
You guys know it's Jason X.
Nah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Session 9 for me.
Awesome.
That was 2001. Big Grimm's in here. We just finished up 2001. We're getting ready to start on 2002.
He put his
He's got his list. Jeepers Creepers, Jason X, Session 9, others, and 13 Ghosts. All right. Well, moving on to 2002. And my number 5 is going to be Bubba Hotel.
That's my number 5.
My number 5 is a movie that I hadn't seen in a long time until yesterday, Scarecrow.
Not enough Tiffany Shepis in that one, though.
No, she disappears like right in the middle, and then you don't see her again until the end. So, but it's still a fun movie.
All right, just one for Children of the Corn 7. I'm going to go for Halloween 8 Resurrection.
Okay.
And if any of you fuckers have Rob Zombie's Halloweens, then shut the fuck up because you don't have anything to say.
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
All right. My number 5 pick for 2002. I'm gonna venture a guess and say it's not on anybody's list because this is a weirdo kind of Dan flick, and that is A Snake of June from Shinya Tsukamoto. I love this movie, but definitely not for everybody.
I went back and forth on these two to be the number 5, so one of them's an honorable mention. But Red Dragon and 28 Days Later. So I'm gonna put Red Dragon.
I've got Close Your Eyes.
Oh, good one, Jay. Good. I like that movie.
Never heard of it.
It's an honorable mention for me. I
keep forgetting before I start the year to do honorable mentions. Damn it.
Oh,
2000, I'm going to get better. 2003, I got it. Number 4, my number 4 for 2002 is Resident Evil.
My number 4 is Blade 2.
Mine is a blockbuster special, Spliced.
I had that on. It came in a 3-pack.
The late Ron Silver. Yeah. It's been a while, but I saw that.
My number 4 is the Ring Remake.
All right. So I'm not always a macabre motherfucker. I do like to have fun too. So my number 4 is Bubba Hotel, the great Joe R. Lansdale adaptation.
My number 4 is Ghost Ship, just for the opening scene alone. Rest of the movie sucks.
Yeah. Let's say Dog Soldiers.
All right. Moving on, number 3. My number 3 is going to be May.
That's my number 3 too.
Oh shit!
Me
Good pick.
and Corey are on the same thing here.
Apparently.
My number 3 is another blockbuster special, Slash.
Oh, is that the corn? I know what that is.
Yeah, with the rock band that gets stranded at the farm or whatever. Yeah.
Is the cover though like kind of like a scarecrow dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that one.
28 Days Later is my 3rd pick.
Nice. My next pick is the original Dark Water.
Nice.
Not the Lisa Lamb story, right?
No.
It totally is though, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you pissed off my dog. He doesn't like Victor Salva, so he's not happy with you guys. Come on, knock it off.
Well, I didn't say I liked him either. He made a really fucking good movie. I can't help it.
That's okay. I mean, you're typing that he's a big fluffy teddy bear in the private chat.
Yeah, I'll never watch another one of his work, you know.
I actually will, because it takes more than one person to make a movie, but that's a long debate. But
I only watch Clown House like 5 times a year, so
that's like the one that we agreed we could never do a commentary on at Flesh Wound. It's just like, no, let's not.
Yeah.
We like subscribers.
I'll do it. Count me in. I'll do a commentary on Clown House.
I actually already planned it for S'mores and Doors Ultra. So.
Oh, all right. Well, you can have that one.
Yeah. Have you seen Clown House, Jess?
No, and I
definitely don't see Clown House.
Definitely see Clown. It needs to be seen.
Not if you know about what happened on Clown House. That was,
Where are we at? Jess?
Yeah.
Your turn?
Is
Jess
it me?
went, right?
Number 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
My number 3 is Cabin Fever.
Fuck that fucking cocksucker Eli Roth. He can eat a fucking bag of dick.
I like it.
Whatever. The only thing good about that movie is the fucking kid from Boy Meets World's in it. Other than that, how Eli Roth has managed to have a fucking career blows my mind. Because all his movies fucking suck horse cock.
Knock knock, free pizza. Come on.
Knock Knock fucking sucks. I like Green Inferno. That's about as far as it goes.
I thought it was a fun, solid horror movie in a time where I
It
didn't
was
think they were
different
that
then.
great.
Yeah, for sure. Different.
Daddy,
Hilo Roth sucks. Jake?
how do you spell green?
Blade 2.
Nice. All right. So we're to number 2.
Number 2. My number 2 is
Dad,
28 Days Later.
My number 2 is The Ring.
Mine is Blade 2, although I'm not a big fan of the mutated zombies. So
My number 2 is Dog Soldiers.
My number 2 is also Dog Soldiers.
Hey, Dan.
And he tipped his hat like
Tip of
this.
the hat.
Well, my number 2 is Halloween Resurrection. And I got to say, I do like the Blade movies that didn't make the list.
Jess, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Halloween
Continue.
Resurrection.
Yeah, that's
I almost
the
didn't
problem.
even want it on this list.
Well, it shouldn't have been on the list, but continue.
I like the pick. Solid.
Thank you, brother.
Darkness for me.
Darkness?
Charlie Murphy.
All right.
What the 5 fingers say to the face?
I came down with it.
Going for number 1 for 2002. My number 1 is one of my favorite werewolf movies of all time, Dog Soldiers.
My number 1's 28 Days Later.
my number 1 is Rose Red.
Oh,
wow.
Interesting. Now that's one I haven't seen probably since it came out. I need to rewatch that.
It's
Believe it or
it's a
not,
good
I
movie.
actually
Like
did.
if you're
Oh,
you're
go
having
ahead.
trouble
Jeff.
sleeping, it's a good one to put on.
That doesn't sound promising.
Actually, I didn't even own this movie. My wife did when we first got together. So she actually brought it over and we watched it. So
Work.
Number 1. Or
Could only be one film. Blade 2.
my number 1 pick for 2002 is Lucky McKee's May.
Good one. Good one.
Very good one.
Whatever happened, man? Whatever happened to him?
He's still working,
Still doing?
still grinding. I mean, I wish we could see more from him.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
I think it's around this. There was him, and there's a couple others that like you fly. This is the future of horror moving forward, and they really didn't have nothing else.
I mean, he a great filmmaker, obviously, but yeah, not a huge volume of work. I could say the same for Angela Bettis, but 12-Hour Shift. If you like dark comedies, that's a recent one she did last year. That's really good.
He's a dude that I'd like to just give, like, here's $10 million, go make what you want to make type of guy, like that's
Yeah.
how much faith I have in him as a filmmaker,
The Woods kind of derailed him because
It's
just
a great
kinda-
movie though.
Yeah,
It's a great
good
movie.
Yeah, not May level, but it just didn't. It was kind of a failure, and he never fully recovered from it, I feel. But yeah.
I guess as far as producers go, they're kind of lost their faith in him or whatever.
They have for sure. And just to throw out real quick my honorable mentions for 2002. My Little Eye is one that I don't think's come up. You brought up Close Your Eyes, Jay, which is a really good pick. The French film Maléfique is really good. Below, I like Death Watch. And I'm sure I'm missing some, but there's a few more for your lists.
Jess?
My number 1 is The Ring.
Man, there's so many that I missed. Like, I don't know how I don't have May on my list, but my number 1 is 28 Days Later, for sure. One of my favorite movies.
Solid. Peaky Blinders guy, right?
Kid Murphy.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders is awesome. And he's the Scarecrow in Batman Begins.
Hell yeah.
But before we get started on 2003, Ben's got his picks for 2002. He's got The Ring, 28 Days Later, Blade 2, The Eye, and Cabin Fever. And definitely too many whitey tidies and shirtless scenes in the townhouse.
Read it. Peyton. Mom.
Okay.
Kid aggro.
All right. For 2003, anybody got honorable mentions for this year?
Yeah.
All right. Whoever wants to start, Dan or Jess, I can start.
Go for it, Jess.
All right. My honorable mentions are High Tension, of course. I wish it could have made the list. Willard, Jeepers Creepers 2, and Underworld. All honorable mentions.
Nice. As far as honorable mentions go, at this point there starts to be a lot, so I'm sure I'm missing some, but 2LDK, which was just released on Blu-ray from Unearthed. I would also throw out Last Horror Movie. Great. Not to be confused with the earlier film. The Locals is really good. Undead, Visitors, Wishing Stairs. There's a few good ones there. If you're making a list, check those out. Yeah.
That's honorable mentions. Oh, well, I guess I can add from my list this year. I think like Wrong Turn would be one, and The Manson Family would be another one. And this movie sucks ass, but I just get enjoyment every time I watch it. But House of the Dead, that'd be one of my honorable mentions. Okay, number 5 for 2003. My number 5 is Monster Man. I don't know if anybody's seen that. But
I have, yeah, the truck movie.
Yes, yes.
Supposed to be a trilogy, actually. It never happened. Yeah.
It's I loved it. It just got a Blu-ray release, I think, from Second Sight. No,
I was not aware of that.
It got a Blu-ray release from somewhere, but I think it was overseas. But
Yeah.
it's a solid movie.
Number 5 for me is Texas Chainsaw Remake.
Same for me.
Ortilla.
Let's keep it going. TCM remake. Fuck it. Fuck my order.
Well, Fleshman Features fans know we're big into true crime, and I got it for my number 5 pick. I got to pick Jim Van Beber's Manson Family.
Way to fuck up the streak, Dan.
Yeah.
JVB.
It's probably the most graphic. Not probably. It's definitely the most graphic Manson movie out there. Yeah. And shout out also to Victor Bonacore, my friend from Chiller, who did the documentary Diary of a Deadbeat on Jim Van Beber.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Manson Family's a trippy ass movie. You should check it out.
Didn't he like have it in his refrigerator for years and years before it actually got released?
It started its life in like the late 90s, and yeah, it took forever for it to actually be completed. Yeah, watch the extras on the Blu-ray. Yeah.
Just Graham.
Well, I don't know how I freaking missed this, but let me go back quick to 2001. Joyride.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I don't know why it wasn't on my list. That would have been at least a number 5 on mine when I had that mess. Anyway, I had to bring it up. Back to 2003. Number 5 was going to be number 4, but I'm bringing back the streak. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Remake 2003.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Jess got a remake on there.
It's a good one.
Open Water.
Okay. Oh, man, I forgot about that one. That was a good one.
I enjoyed that.
That is a good one. Okay. Moving on to number 4. My number 4 is Leprechaun Back to the Hood. And I think this one's a lot more fun than the previous one. So
What rapper would you put in a new Leprechaun in the Hood movie? Like modern day.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No,
Yeah.
no.
If he dies horribly, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd put in like the baby or somebody.
You could do a
fuck that,
rhyme.
Tekashi.
Something like a snitch and dying like a bitch before he like kills him in some creative way. Yeah, be awesome.
It's gonna be Kanye West.
Hey, Sticky Fingers was in fucking Leprechaun Back to the Hood, all right?
Yeah, Blade tangled with him.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Tourniquet up in here. I know everybody knows the Dead Pit days, but the Sticky Fingers rap there, hell yeah.
Number 4, The Manson Family.
Nice.
4 for me was Darkness Falls.
Jeepers Creepers 2.
You liked all them high school boys with their shirts off on the school
No, the
bus.
third one.
Lord.
Well, yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, it was great.
Who hasn't pissed next to their friends and off of a bus, you know? My number 4 is Dead End, the Ray Weiss, Lynn Shay flick, which, Jay, I think we watched that on your channel, right? Like months ago?
Dad.
Yeah. Dead End.
Love Lynn Shay. Mine's Wrong Turn.
To go back to Jake being a fucking cuckold, I like the claustrophobia of people being stuck on a bus. So fuck that.
Well, the creeper only wants to kill you if you're a hot dude. So think at least I'm okay.
Oh my!
I've got Gozu.
Good pick.
Gosu.
All right. Number 3. My number 3 is the Texas Chainsaw remake.
My number 3 is Final Destination 2.
My number 3 is Wrong Turn.
Fuck, I missed one. All right, Final Destination 2.
My number 3 is Love Object from director Robert Parigi, and not a lot of people are aware of that one. If you're ever curious to see a horror movie about a sex doll that it's not as goofy as it sounds, it's a really good psychological horror film. Check it out.
Yes, it is a good one for sure.
Love Object.
I have that one, and I completely forgot about it.
Great movie. Rip Torn also is in it. It's got a really good cast.
Number 3, House of a Thousand Corpses.
So low. God, I can't wait to see what you
Number
Made your
3.
list?
Oh, is there gonna be a
boy, yeah, probably.
It's a bad Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff.
Oh my God. Here we
Whatever.
go. We'll get to it later. Jay, what is your number 3? Good sir.
High Tension.
Ooh, good one.
It is so good.
Yes. It's been a while since I've seen it. Had I rewatched it before this, it probably would have made my list, but I haven't seen it in so long. Moving on to number 2. And number 2 for me is Freddy versus Jason. I mean,
that's some bullshit.
No, you listen here. I'll explain myself. You go away. This is the first night, I guess technically you want to say, Nightmare and Friday the 13th film I got to see in the theaters. And I would have been, let's see, so I've been like 12 years old when I got to see this. So this was like amazing to a 12-year-old. And I don't know, I just love it.
Number 2 for me is High Tension.
Oh, sorry. Number 2 is Final Destination 2.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think Orc will be back. So Dan, if you
Uh,
want.
Oh,
Okay, there it is.
We had 2 or 1.
2.
2.
Freddy versus Jason.
Nice.
That's my boy.
My number 2, and I also just realized I didn't mention it as an honorable mention. One missed call, the original. It's one I missed for an honorable mention. But my number 2 is High Tension.
My number 2 is Final Destination 2 as well.
Battlefield Baseball.
That was a good one.
Okay, so we're at number 1.
Survey says.
Survey says my number 1 is House of 1,000 Corpses, obviously. Kind of number 1. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh,
Right?
good lord.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
just shush. And then y'all go. I gotta get this kid a blanket, so we'll be right back.
Oh, believe it or not, House of 1,000 Corpses is my number 1.
Oh, God.
Well,
It's worthy, man. It was my number 3. I really enjoyed the film
It's
too.
really kind of grown on me. I don't
I
know.
hope I can break this streak.
My number 1 is the greatest horror movie of this entire decade, Freddy vs. Jason.
Rock
I
on.
like it.
Rock on.
Hot Tay or High Tension? French Invasion, baby.
Tension.
Well, nothing but respect for Sherry Moon's ass crack, but my number 1 is director Ji-woon Kim's A Tale of Two Sisters.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Beautiful, awesome horror movie. You guys should definitely add that to your list if you haven't watched it yet.
Seen it. Good stuff.
It is very good stuff.
And Jay did. It's true. It's true. Much less. Thank you for noticing. My number 1, of course, is Freddy versus Jason. I mean, really.
The original Tale of Two Sisters.
Yeah, I should have specified that too. But yeah.
Dan, is there a movie called
get
Tale of
confused.
Two Titties?
Yes. I might. I'm not going to go get it because I don't want to lose my place in this discussion. There is one called Bright Lights, Big Titties. I have that. Yeah. anyways.
No, the Charles Dickens classic.
A Tale of Two Titties. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, but I know I have Bright Light, Big Titties. I'll hook you up, Jess. Don't worry.
I was quite asking.
You get a big
Thanks.
box in the mail. Just don't open it in front of family. That's all I'll say.
Sounds good. I'll
Thanks.
accept it.
So yeah, just recap A Tale of Two Sisters. Check that. I find it's just one of those movies, like it got a lot of good hype when it came out, but for some reason it just slides under everybody's radar nowadays. So definitely check that. I think I hit most of my honorable mentions for 2003, but just to kill a little bit of time for Jake. Sorry, I got to go to my next number. I'll do some honorable mentions from 2004. I'm sure if you guys have some too, but a lot of great Asian horror movies that didn't make the list for me, but Abnormal Beauty, Maribito, Also, definitely not a top 5, but Chainsaw Sally. I love Chainsaw Sally, and I love the show as well.
I love you, Dan.
I love you too, Orc. Feeling the love. Coma,
Alright.
Face. Those are more Asian horror movies.
Sexually.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see. Honorable mentions. If you're into the extreme stuff, murder set pieces. R Point's a really good war-themed Korean horror movie. Spy Forest, another good one. Tears of Kali. Toolbox Murders, which I imagine is going to make somebody's list. Yeah, there you go.
That's honorable mentions for 2004.
Yeah, just throwing out a few. Art of the Devil's another one. There's a lot from that year.
I don't think I have. I guess my only honorable mention of that year would be that I can think of off is I know everybody hates it, but I fucking love it. I don't care. Is Alien versus Predator?
Okay. Satan's Little Helper is another one.
That's
It'll
not.
be showing
That's not
up.
on your list.
I love Satan's Little Helper, but no, it gets hard now.
That's what she said.
Satan's Little Helper is a yearly watch, but no, it's not top 5.
Okay, well, before we get into 2004, go through the chat here. Ben's got his list from 2003. House of a Thousand Corpses, Texas Chainsaw Remake, High Tension, Final Destination 2, and Gothica. And then J Dad is in the house. What's going on?
What's up?
Classic.
Yeah, the volume of horror movies as you go down these years, it's insane the difference in 2000 when you get to 2009. Just the
I agree
amount
with that,
of
but 2005, I don't even have 5 fucking movies. That year fucking sucks, in my opinion.
Oh,
really?
It's got a few good ones.
Yeah.
A few.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's the roughest year.
No.
2006 is a rough one for me, just personally.
We lost Jake. Yeah, no, I'd actually say probably every year. 2000 was not that hard at all, to be honest, because there was less to pick from. But there's a couple years that are pretty brutal, because they're like all stone cold classics. But
In 2009, I have like 30 honorable mentions.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
I think I stopped myself from writing honorable mentions after a while. I've got a few left, but
like I said, list shows for me are a nightmare because I can't just do it quick. Like I overthink everything, and so
I was trying to stop myself. Well, one of the shows, I think, Dan, I was the only one doing honorable mentions, and I felt bad about it. So
Sorry about that, my kid. Kicked my computer here and unplugged the cord.
Oh, that
happens.
Okay. Yeah, it happens.
Okay. I don't. What was I saying before this happened?
We just killed time with honorable mentions for 04.
04.
Yeah, which we're just starting.
All right. Well, my number 5 for 2004 is M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. I don't know. I love this movie. I know a lot of people don't care for it, but
I enjoy it.
I like it.
Number 5, I'll go with Dawn of the Dead.
My number 5 is the greatest bad movie I have ever seen in my entire life: Vampires vs. Zombies.
Nope.
If you've never seen it, watch it. You will laugh your ass off.
My number 5 is Resident Evil Apocalypse with Millie Jovovich.
I'd watch her paint a fucking wall.
Yeah.
My number 5, and there's probably a theme with me because I'm not picking a lot of big franchise stuff, but this year I felt like I had to at least have it placed. My number 5 is Saw.
Damn.
What an
Nice.
ending.
Nice, Dan. My number 5 is The Grudge.
Some people are so ungrateful. To-do lists. You got it.
My number 5 is R Point.
Such a good movie.
Never heard of it.
Korean War horror film. It's really good. I think some of these are still in print, or if they're not, I think you can still get a lot of the Tartan DVDs. So, don't know if it'll get a Blu-ray or not.
My number 4 is Saw.
My number 4 is Hellboy.
Excuse me. My number 4 is another blockbuster special. Death Valley, Revenge of Bloody Bill.
The movie's fucking awesome. Yep, I know what you're talking about. I love it.
And you guys know that's an Asylum film. Before they started just doing like shark
Oh, really?
shark ninjas and all these different crazy shark movies.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was.
I remember it used to, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when they had the DVDs that wasn't like real DVD cases. They were the really tiny thin ones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that movie came in when I bought it back in the day.
Yeah. If you go back, I mean, nothing like that I would call a classic, but they did make some pretty entertaining like slasher movies, zombie movies, and so on around that era.
Number 4 for me is The Grudge.
All right.
Nice.
Number 4 for me, and I'm sure you'll be hearing about this one later, but Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh.
What?
You know, I see that, and I love that movie. And then, yes, it is horror, but
You don't like it, Orc?
No, I love it. Oh, who said no?
Oh, Orc was waving his hands. I didn't.
Oh,
No, I think it should be higher. You'll see where it ranks.
I would categorize it into more comedy, though. I don't know.
Sure.
Jess, you're buzz killing my whole list, man.
I think because I think I'm trying to save myself because it's not on my list. I fucking love Shaun of the Dead. Fucking love it, and it's not on my list.
No, hey, look, a lot of people would call it the greatest horror comedy ever made. I'm not going that far, but it is.
It's one of them. It's up there. My number 4 is Stephen King's Riding the Bullet.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed
David
it.
Arquette.
Yeah, I'm glad some of you know.
Yep.
Figure that one got passed over.
Who is the main actress in that? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Gosh, no, I can't either.
It's been a while on that one.
Yes,
for
it
me.
has.
It's an enjoyable flick.
And my number 4 is Premonition.
Nice.
Never heard of it.
I was so disappointed. I was excited for it and then disappointed.
You and Dan over here throw me for loops of this stuff you're all saying. I've never heard of it.
I hope everybody gets a good list out of it. So
They should.
I was really into J horror at this time, so I watched pretty much everything.
I always find those tartan DVDs for dirt cheap at places. I'm just gonna buy all of them. Then I see
Buy them all.
I paid $30 for those fucking things when they came out too.
And they were worth the
Yep.
30 though, most of them. Honestly, the tartan line, I can't think of too many that were bad. Like it was kind of like IFC Midnight for a while before the Scream deal, where it's like I knew I was getting something quality when I picked up tartan Asian.
They put out my
extreme
favorite
titles.
Asian horror movie of all time, Shudder from Thailand.
Oh, nice.
Love that one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Buy them all.
Moving on to number 3, 2004, and you can guarantee I'm the only person's list this is going to be on. It's Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Oh.
Dude,
I love Puppet Master, but I can't.
this movie fucking. I just watched it today again. Rewatched it today. This movie fucking rules. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. Corey Feldman acts his fucking ass off with that shitty ass wig he's got on through the whole movie. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. Okay, sci-fi. They actually did a movie right with this one.
I don't know
just-
what's worse, the new Puppet Master movies that Full Moon does, or that one.
This movie's not that fucking bad. I don't know if we're watching the same movie, but this movie is not that bad.
It's
Blade's
not the
hair
worst
is way too
Puppet
long in
Master
this.
movie by
No.
far.
Corey
And-
Feldman saves it for me.
Corey Feldman.
Notice,
though,
I want you to notice that Jess had to go off screen to say that.
It's a disappointment, though.
No, it's not. You're a disappointment, Jeff.
But Corey Feldman, let's be honest. If a hemorrhoid were a person, it would be Corey Feldman.
Oh, come on now.
Oh,
I
my
thought
God.
I was
God.
excited to see it because of Corey Feldman. Now let's not get Jake going again, man.
Let's not start the Corey hate, okay? I'm going to see him in concert in December, or September. So fuck you guys, okay?
Sorry.
Did you get Jay a
Again,
ticket?
Yeah, did you get
If
Jay a
anyone
ticket?
has his contact info, please
Yeah,
please
I
give me
got
his,
you. Hold
his
on,
people's
I
number.
got you because I got you. If you want to book him, I got the thing.
It's expensive.
Who's next?
I
Corey.
tried to book
Me,
him for his
yeah.
birthday. I can't.
$1
too
would be
much.
too much.
How cool would
Number-
that be, though? If he was
Not
if he was
cool at
there,
all.
like, that would be so cool.
I'd get him arrested.
My number 3 is The Grudge.
Nice.
My number 3 is Blade Trinity, and I don't care how bad the movie is or whatever. Ryan Reynolds and Triple H are fucking hilarious, so that's all I need in that.
My number 3 is Saw.
My number 3 is a film that I love war-themed horror, and this is a Civil War-themed horror movie with Henry Thomas, who's certainly come up in the horror genre lately. Dead Birds.
That's a great one.
It is. Yep. I love war-themed stuff. I'm glad you picked our point because I was torn with that and Saw.
My number 3 is Seed of Chucky.
And no, Jess, I still have not seen that one.
You think Seed of Chucky's better than Puppet Master versus?
It's more entertaining.
I've never seen Seed of Chucky, so I can't say if it's better or not.
It's more entertaining.
It's not even close.
Hey, I tried to help, give you a little defense on Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, and
You
then
get my war bomb.
still make me throw it away.
Clean up my sippy cup.
You can throw it away.
I didn't
My
think
number
you were
3
listening.
is Infection.
Another good one.
Y'all throw me for a loop tonight. My number 2 is Shaun of the Dead.
My number 2 is Saul.
Mine's the Dawn of the Dead remake.
That's your number 2, but you don't like Puppet Master.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
my
go.
number 2.
Because it's so much fun. It's got Lance Hendrickson in it. Alien versus Predator.
Fuck yeah, work.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a good one, Orc.
It is. I like it.
Sci-fi horror to me, though.
Still horror.
Still horror, though. It is still horror.
So my number 2 is one that I can very safely say everybody will like. And there's not a lot, honestly, on my list that I'd say that about. But number 2 for me is The Hazing. Just a fun movie, good time.
I'm going to watch it after this.
Yeah, it's Tiffany Shepis' best film, I think, by
Fucking love
far.
Tiffany Shepis. I'd watch her paint a wall, too.
You get better than painting a wall.
What was the name of that movie again, Dan?
The Hazing.
Because she's in The Scarecrow, so I just...
Yeah. This is better than The Scarecrow for sure.
That's streaming somewhere as well.
The Hazing is really.
Is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, so I had to buy it on DVD off eBay.
And look,
maybe
the
not more.
DVD's out of print. You can still find it. Like, I hope to God we get some kind of a new release, because this is one that it would be a crime if it faded into obscurity.
It's streaming on Tubi.
Ah,
Okay.
Awesome. I'll watch that and the Blood Fart Lake one.
Terror at Blood Fart
Terror
Lake.
at Blood Fart Lake.
There's two of them, isn't there?
Yes.
Return to Blood
Fart.
Fart Lake. Yes.
Yes.
So classy. They had to do the sequel.
Lauren said it's also known as Dead Scared.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it does have an alt title. Yeah. Wonder if you can get like a Region 2. I don't know how bad it is in terms of being out of print now, but
It's not. I only paid $9 for it on eBay for DVD.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Where is it? Just Dan? Who's
My number 2 is The Hazing. Sorry,
Yes,
I probably
okay, yeah.
derailed
No.
it.
No, you went. So
Dawn of the Dead remake.
Creep.
I gotta get the.
Just
damn
always
thing
think
right.
the opposite.
Okay, we had it. There you go, fucker.
Jay, say this from this Dawn of the Dead bullshit, please.
Creep for me.
I don't know that one. It's not the good one. The shot on video one.
UK
Or-
film.
Is that the one with the looks like the bus on the cover?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that Creeps? I don't know. All right. Well, number 1 for 2004. My number 1 is Satan's Little Helper. This one's a yearly watch.
It's a fun Halloween watch.
It is a great movie. It's a great movie. I love it.
Double that with The Hazing if you just want good time party night around Halloween time. That's a good double. I mean, The Hazing I rank a lot higher, obviously, but they're both fun.
Number 1 for me is, I guess, kind of a weird one. It's Dead and Breakfast.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Ellen's future wife, Portia de Rossi, starred in that.
My number 1 is Saw. And that ending was fucking awesome.
Yeah, anybody who says they knew what was gonna come in that
Yeah,
ending is a
they were
fucking
full
liar.
of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the only thing I hate about movies like that. It's like once you see it once, it's kind of not. I don't know what the words I'm looking for.
Well, you lose
It's
the element of
effective.
surprise.
Yeah, it's not as effective. There you go. It's not as effective as it is the second time around.
But you spend the next time you watch it, you spend the rest of the movie trying to watch the body in the middle of the floor to see if it moves or you see anything. So,
Whoa, I haven't seen it. Come on.
Oh,
oh,
Just kidding. Just
darn it all to hell.
somebody will comment on this video sometime in the future and be really pissed off. But
Yeah.
so to that person, I say, fuck you. It's been almost 18 years. So.
Yes. Orkzilla.
My number 1. This is the best year for it, in my opinion. Horror comedy, Shaun of the Dead.
Fuck yeah. Love Shaun of the Dead.
I actually had a feeling that was going to sweep the number 1 spot, except me.
It
But
should.
I thought it would. I was like, maybe one person will go different, but I know that movie has not died down in popularity one bit. All right, so one nobody is picked, and it's got my number 1 spot, and that is, I think technically it's actually a French-Belgian co-production, but from Fabrice Duel's Calvaire. If you ever thought you were having a bad fucking day, you have not. Watch Calvaire. This one caught my eye back then. Brigitte Lahaye, the French goddess, exploitation goddess, is one of the main roles in this. And I love this movie. And nobody ever talks about it. So Calvaire, Calvaire. If you're looking it up, great movie and very disturbing.
Check it out. I'm looking it
What
up
the
right
fuck
now.
is it about? Like, what kind of horror is it? Is basically all I'm asking.
Based on
Is it gay as fuck like Martyrs? Please say no.
what's gay about Martyrs? I don't
Everything
know.
except the
Or
opening.
hates martyrs, and we'll get into this in a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away. This is definitely not one that everybody's gonna like, but I'll call it disturbing horror, and also
Okay.
Christmas horror. I always forget, but it's technically a Christmas horror film.
So is Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. In case
Yeah,
you're
but this is
wondering.
good though, and it doesn't have
Oh.
Corey Feldman.
Whoa.
Would
I'm
Eric
gonna
Freeman
run to the
agree?
bathroom. Eric
Who the
Freeman
fuck
would
is
agree.
Eric Freeman, Jess?
Yeah.
He hates you guys. He's a friend of mine. It's a friend of mine. I'm gonna.
Yeah, not anymore. Apparently.
We patched things up. Didn't you see his show? He says I'm cool. Saw is my number one. It should be Shaun of the Dead probably, but Saw is my number one. Saw is
Listen
fucking
to
great.
your heart.
You will see.
And the best movie of 2004 is the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Ha ha ha! You're funny,
Ooh.
Jay. That movie can suck my fucking dick.
Oh,
It's
now.
so fucking bad.
Let's go
Like-
compare the IMDb ratings of whatever Puppet Master versus the Dick Cheese or whatever you were talking about.
What? All I'm gonna say is fucking Zack Snyder can suck a fucking bag of dicks because he's a cocksucker who makes shitty fucking superhero movies. And he
Your
made a sh-
daughter's right there.
and he made a shitty remake to fucking Dawn of the Dead.
Parent of the year, shit.
Yeah.
I will give Puppet
Oh,
Master
awesome.
versus Demonic Toys. At least they got the really hot chick who played Lisa from the Weird Science TV show.
There you go.
The sacrifices Jake makes to do these shows.
I'll
Thank
tell you
Jake.
what, boys.
Yeah.
You're the MVP
Okay.
dad.
Dan is here, thank God. Moving on to 2005, gonna go honorable mentions, and I gotta take this kid to the bathroom. And Dan, take it away.
Absolutely. All right, making sure I've got 2005 is a rough year. There's a lot of Asian horror movies, and I know some of them will be on the list, but Cello, The Ghost of My Knock, H6, Diary of a Serial Killer is a Spanish one, Cup of My Blood, Red Shoes. This is it.
Great.
At this point, I know I'm missing honorable mentions, but yeah, Red Shoes is great. Something a little goofier, Die You Zombie Bastards is kind of fun. I'm skipping over some because I'm pretty sure they're going to end up on somebody's list, but let's see here. Reeker's a good one. Not on my list, but I remember liking that. Not on my list, but Tamara. That's one that I hear from a lot of people that they absolutely love that movie. I thought it was okay, but I'll throw it out there because I know it's popular. The Heirloom, another Asian one. The Maid, Last Supper. Let's see here.
I only have 3 films for this year.
Yeah, there's some other. Oh, Orc, honest to God, like
It's
2005 was pretty stacked. I'm surprised you had trouble in 2005.
I have 3 for this year and 4 for next year. This is a difficult time in my life for sure.
Yeah.
Or you're right after me. You can just say, yeah, the same on a couple of them, and you're covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, I think, one of the last ones I wrote down honorable mentions, but
Yeah. Meatball Machine's another crazy one.
oh god, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you want something
Is
wild.
that Italian horror
Meatball Machine's an
Japanese.
Asian horror film. Yeah.
Oh.
Horror, sci-fi, just gonzo
It's just
kind of film.
batshit crazy.
Yeah, batshit crazy. for sure. P is another one. God, I just have such a massive list of stuff this year that
I thought you were gonna say massive cock. That would have been funny.
we'll leave that a mystery. That's for the Flesh Wound Features Patreon, or damn it, gotta make them wonder. Yeah, there's another one. Since Early Asylum came up, and obviously this didn't make my list, but like Jolly Roger Massacre at Cutter's Cove, goofball movie, but like fun. And it's like that pre-CGI creature feature era of Asylum. Haunting of Number 24. There's another one. Yeah, there's a lot of digging you have to do in 2005 because a lot of it is a little more obscure.
Making my list, man, it's so much like foreign stuff. Like it's like the U.S. sucked during this period of time.
Yeah, the early, like right as we enter 2000, through honestly about 2005. Yeah, the Asian horror was kicking ass. Like there's a lot.
And then comes the remake of those, the American remake of those Asian films that usually suck.
Then we skull fuck them with all our remakes.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a movie that I put on here, just a note that it was my most disappointing, and it came this year. I just remember the trailers like really hyping me up to see this, and when I did, it was just a piece of shit. And it was that movie called Boogeyman.
Oh yes, it got 2 sequels, like 2 direct
that
video
was a
sequels.
piece of shit.
But the trailer was like, man, I was so ready to see that.
Yeah,
that was a mentionable or unmentionable. I had written down.
For
That's your honorable mention for me, Shudder from Thailand.
In 2005?
Yep.
Okay. Does everybody gave their honorable mentions?
Well, I got to throw Ginger Dead Man out there. It didn't make the list. But it's a fun one.
That's a shame.
That would have been one of mine as well. And The Descent would have been one of mine. And Wolf Creek would have been another honorable mention.
Oh, I kind of figured a lot of you were going to pick those, so I didn't even mention them as honorable mentions. But
You'll see as we go.
Let's see. Let me get into. I've been slacking on the chat here. Jay the Dead is Corey Feldman reminds me of an ingrown hair on his taint. That's not very nice, sir. Corey Feldman is he's a soundbird of this generation. Okay.
Oh, why are you doing this, Jade? Dead.
And you leave my boy alone. He's been through a lot. Okay. He snorted coke off Corey Haim's dick before, probably. Oh man. And then like Ben said, the Hazing's on YouTube. Jay said the Hazing would be his number 1. He thinks. Lauren, Snyder's Dawn of the Dead is really more enjoyable to the original, except if I have insomnia. Okay, well, we're going to disagree, good sir, because Romero's fucking Dawn of the Dead is one of the greatest
It's great.
ever made.
That one surprises me, actually, that you'd say that, Lauren. But I do like the remake a lot. But that surprises me.
Yeah, me too.
He's putting out Caviar before you go.
Yeah. Close your eyes and just, try and hit play immediately.
And Jay Dead, he's done added 12 movies to his watch list. So
All right.
Awesome.
And Warren, Failed Dimension is a great Russian horror fantasy night watch. What are we thinking? I think I've seen that one. Is that the one with there's like a wall or some shit? And
Timur Bekmambetov, who kind of went on to do Wanted with Angelina Jolie.
I mean, I really consider that more of an action movie than horror, in my opinion. But
fantasy, it's another one that's a lot of things, I suppose. But I'd put it in horror too.
And before I forget, before we move on, Ben's list was Dawn of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead, Saw, Toolbox Murders, and Club Dread. I forgot about Club Dread.
Yeah.
And I think we're good. We're caught up there. I can't believe Lauren likes the remake more than fucking George Romero classic.
Hey, my friend Chris McGibbons, the same way. There's more than a few people that would say it. I would have expected Lauren to like the original more, but
It just blows my mind. Just like people fucking suck this remake off, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a fucking remakes and it's fucking atrocious.
I don't think the
understand
Texas Chainsaw remake's atrocious. It's actually better than a good deal of the sequels, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right, but a lot of people hate on it, and then like the Friday remake, like.
Well, the Friday remake sucks.
No.
I like it.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
It's
I
hard.
mean, I'll take it over any of the New Line films.
I
Honestly.
wouldn't go that far, but,
Oh, good lord.
but it's just
Any of
hard.
them. Fuck them all.
Welcome. And man, Lawrence's the original Dawn is just boring. I don't know, man.
I agree with that.
I don't, but
I'm surprised it doesn't take you back to those days, Lauren.
Just go rewatch that movie, man. It just
I've-
doesn't hold up for me. I mean,
It
I
holds
watched
up.
it and I watch
I'm
it all the
sorry.
time.
I watch
love
it every
Romero.
year. Every Halloween.
I'll take
I watch
Day of
it.
the Dead over Dawn any day of the week.
I don't know. That
Maybe.
mall setting just takes me back to the 80s as a child and walking in malls like that still look like that.
I still need
Well-
to watch the Italian cut of that. I haven't seen it.
There's like a bunch of different cuts.
I have, yeah. It's almost like a totally different movie. I mean,
Hold
it's
on.
same
Wicker
movie,
Man?
but like a new angle.
What
Every-
the fuck? What the? Out of all the
Yeah.
shit that you've ever watched, what
You
the
watch like
fuck,
20
man?
movies a day, Ben.
Exactly.
What the
You
fuck?
need to do that right now after this is over. I mean,
If you're a zombie fan, you need to do that. I mean, if
No, just watch it regardless. Holy
you
shit.
hate any other Romero, then you might not.
Ben, you watch like 10 movies a day.
tell him more.
Well, I think yeah, definitely watch it, Ben, and report back. It's cool. I rarely meet somebody who hasn't watched it, so I don't know how it'll play for you, though. I mean, you know.
I don't know. I love
I
it.
love
But before I fucking have an aneurysm and blow my top here.
Yeah.
Moving on to 2015, or god damn it, 2005. It's been a long night, boys. 2005. My number 5 is the Amityville Horror.
That was my number 5 too.
Me and Corey are on the same page.
Nice.
I don't really even like it that much, but I put a good one.
I like it, and I mean Lauren's in here, so from what I remember, because I read the book 2 or 3 years ago, and this remake version was a little bit more to the book than what the original was, so that's why it tops it for me.
Is that what catch him and kill him? Isn't that what they say in that movie? Like on the it spells out with the fridge magnets.
Something like that. Yeah. But
Catch 'em
Dan,
and kill 'em.
I'm sure you read the book too. Do you not agree that this version is a little bit more true to the book than what the original was?
You know, I'm going to be really honest with you. I mean, obviously, I have the book and I've read it, but I just don't really remember a lot
What's in
about
the book?
the Amityville horror Ryan Reynolds movie. I just don't remember it. I know I didn't love it, but
Ryan Reynolds got his shirt off half the movie. How can you not remember that, Dan? Come on.
I think we've
you know what?
uncovered some stuff the past couple days.
I can just fab to that and not watch the rest of them.
I'm not sure I want to sit next to him at Raw now. I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Zac Efron. What else we got?
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Jeez. Well, my number 5 is just chock full of full moon goodness. It's the Ginger Dead Man.
Good choice.
Serious sucks. I don't have a number 5.
Oh, okay.
Take mine.
Say Amityville remake.
Amityville remake.
There you go.
I have seen that.
All right, so this is I don't think this is gonna be on any list because this is kind of similar to the Hazing, and it was kind of a no-name label, but I did want to highlight it. So I'm throwing out a film called Isolation. It's an Irish horror film from Billy O'Brien. Actually, one of the first, I believe, appearances from Ruth Negga, who's gone on to become a pretty big star lately.
What did you just say?
I was gonna say yours just got canceled.
Ruth Negga.
What did you just say?
Negga.
My ninja.
But great
Nicka,
actress.
please.
This is kind of like, it's a really gross creature feature in a way. I mean, kind of like an Alien knockoff, but really in that we're starting at this point to get really cheesy creature features. This one was just gross, suspenseful, and I like it a lot. So yes, Roof.
The roof is on fire.
That's 5. I'm trying to highlight some stuff that wouldn't normally be. So Isolation, add that one to your list.
And you can contact Dan Shine at Flesh Wound Features.
I was very careful how I said her last name.
I've apparently seen this, but I don't really remember it, so I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it would be on anybody's list, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw it out there.
I gave it a 6 out of 10, so
okay, might be higher now. It's quiet, but it does hit.
My number 5 is Animated Video Horror Remake.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it pushed Ginger Dead Man off the list. I don't.
Good. You the main.
Mine is cello.
I don't know what the fuck that is. It's the instrument. I know that.
It was one of my honorable mentions.
All right. Well, moving on to number 4, 2005. My number 4 is Saw 2. Got Marky Mark. Marky Mark's in this one.
No. Donnie is the new Kids on the Block.
Oh yeah, Donnie. They're all the same. Donnie, New Kids on the Block. He is great on this. But no, he's in New Kids on the Block, right?
No,
Donnie Wahlberg is.
Yes.
Donnie
is. Yeah.
Donnie.
Mark is Marky Mark.
Mark wasn't.
In the
Marky Mark
Funky
and the Funk Bunch, right?
Yeah,
okay.
thank you, Jay.
Yeah. Okay.
You like him. He takes his shirt off. He wears the underwear ads.
Where's his underoos?
Look.
Wahlburgers.
I don't like men who take their shirts off, okay? I'm just saying that Ryan Reynolds is I'm not even saying it. Just let's move on.
Yeah, I'm going with the Descent.
There we go.
My number 4 is Tamara.
Good one. That was written by a Kentucky boy.
That one amazes me for just like a direct-to-video release. I hear that come up a lot from people.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's got Channing Tatum's ex-wife in it.
I didn't even remember who was in it, actually.
I just knew Jeffrey. What is his name? He wrote Final Destination. What's his name?
Oh, Jeffrey Reddick.
Yes, but he's from Kentucky. So.
Nice.
Orkzilla.
I don't have a number 4, but you want to see me with my shirt off, Jake? Or what?
No, you're not. You don't look like Ryan Reynolds, okay?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
He shaved
I'm
his
just
chest.
saying, when you
time.
voted like sexiest man alive as many times as you are, there's obviously something. Okay?
All right, fine.
Thank you. We don't discriminate here if I like, okay?
Dan Shine.
All right.
Shine.
All right.
Number 4, I think.
Number 4. My number 4, also a director that's come up already. Sion Sono's Noriko's Dinner Table.
Nice.
Check it out. Really good.
You're gonna have to shoot me a list of all the shit you said that makes no
And-
English sense to me.
Norikos dinner table. There you go.
To have another actress with a racial slur.
No. I hope not.
NIG.
Hold on before. Is Jeff's turn?
Yeah, is
Okay.
this number 4?
Yeah, hold on. Lauren, he's gone hell to bed, but everyone who wants to see a real insane horror flick from 2007 is checking on Sick Nurses. If you early Raimi and Jackson, you need to see this film.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Good night, Lauren, and thank you for stopping in and watching.
Love you, Lauren. No homo.
True.
So if I say that before I say Ryan Reynolds has his shirt off in this, and I'll say no homo, that makes it okay?
It makes everything
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. No homo. Ryan Reynolds without his shirt. And
You could say you want his
Anymore.
dick, and then just say no homo, and then
then
it's
it equals out.
yep,
I got you.
Let's fuck, bro. No homo.
yep, pretty much.
It's like
Whoa.
the whole good game thing after you.
Is
slap
this your
somebody on
bunk?
the ass.
No homo.
Oh boy.
Jess, what is your number 4?
Feast.
Feast?
Yeah, Feast.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that's a good one.
Gulager.
Mine is Cry Wolf.
Really? Okay.
Do you like to make werewolf movies?
I like
It's
bears.
been a while.
I like
since
bears. Oh, fuck, I don't even know what's going on right now.
They sleep a lot.
We're going to be doing this shit until I have to work in the morning. So it's
You're
I
at
gotta-
number 3.
You're number 3,
3,
but I gotta say
okay.
Feast is the only Project Greenlight movie that I've really liked. Go on.
Okay.
I
Number
agree.
3. My number 3 is House of Wax.
Nice.
my number 3 is Wolf Creek.
Mine is the best sequel since Part 4, Hellraiser Hellworld.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not really into the torture type of movies. I did have Wolf Creek, but I'll go with Hellworld as well. Because of my ninja lance.
My number 3, also good year for him, director Sion Sono. Strange Circus. Be in the mood
Oh,
for
man.
weird and disturbing on that one.
That should be on my list, but it's not.
Yeah, well, at least we're highlighting it though. There's some great titles. This is a good reference guide for everyone. But yeah, Strange Circus is my number 3.
My number 3 is 2001 Maniacs.
Yep.
Great fun.
That's a blast.
Notice
in its
we're-
dimension.
We're getting a little better quality as we're moving through the 2000s, aren't we?
There's a lot of
They're-
good
they're-
movies every
They're
year.
getting better as we're
Yeah.
going on here. Because I mean, like you guys have mentioned a bunch that should have been on my list, but I didn't even get them. But I've got Evil is my number 3.
Okay, so moving on to number 2. My number 2 is going to be 2001 Maniacs.
Nice.
Great movie.
My number 2 is Devil's Rejects.
Oh, nice.
My number 2 is 2001 Maniacs.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I love
My
that
number-
scene with the bell.
My number 2 is Land of the Dead.
Oh,
Okay.
gross.
Hey.
I told you this year fucking sucks.
I
Yeah.
liked Land of the Dead enough. It should be an honorable mention. I didn't mention.
I think it's you watch that and you say, "Yep, this is why Romero didn't need a budget for Day of the Dead."
All right, my number 2, very overlooked, another Asian horror movie from Yoshihiro Nakamura, The Booth. Really good movie.
Is he the king of strong style movies?
He is indeed. Throws a mean knee.
My number 2 is Hostel.
Oh God! Now you are all fucking shit.
Yeah,
fest.
yeah,
Oh,
and it was good. It was
No,
clever.
wasn't.
It was
No,
a clever idea,
Mm-mm.
and
Uh-huh.
it's
No,
a
it
fun,
wasn't.
disgusting ride.
Not even close. But
I tried to get into that one, Jess, and I just couldn't.
Hey, I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
watch this video back after and jerk off to it. Anyways, keep going.
I'm not into the torture porn
Me either.
personally.
What is your number 2, Jay?
I've got Feast.
Feast.
Great
nice.
pick.
Nice.
I
didn't think he'd get that high.
Let's see. Pruitt, what's going on, guy? Yeah, Otis is coming.
Oh, I
up,
love Otis.
think it's 2017. Is that 2000? I don't know.
no.
2007, right?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah. And Ben, I don't know why clipping isn't, but if you tell me how to do it, I'll do it. You can clip me saying something about Ryan Reynolds shirtless, I'm sure. But moving on, number 1 for 2005. My number 1 is The Devil's Rejects.
My number 1 is I went with House of Wax. There's just shit from that sticks with me from when I watched it back in the day. So
Hell yeah.
It's a good slasher, yeah.
Isn't annoying in it, surprisingly.
yeah.
My number 1 is Saw 2.
My number 1, talk about a movie that sticks with you. Holy shit. The Descent.
There you go. I am also number 1, The Descent. If you're claustrophobic, holy shit.
And like hot
That's
chicks.
a great movie, but I can almost fast forward half of it, like with all the bullshit drama with the women. Like, I can't handle that anymore, man. Like, I gotta go. Like, give me the monsters. Like,
Jay
when they
hates
show
women.
up.
That's okay.
well, I mean, I hate whatever the hell's going on there.
I get it.
Saw 2, baby.
Hey, Dan.
There we go. There we go.
And I've got House of Wax at number 1. Remake.
Nice.
Paris Hilton, One Night in Paris.
Oh yeah, that's yep. House of Wax, second best movie she's ever done.
The movie holds up, by the way. I watched it.
One Night in Paris.
Yeah, holds
Jake's a
me
big-
up.
No, that movie
Jake's a big
sucks.
fan of Bottoms Up. Apparently.
That movie sucks. I'll take the Kardashian tape over that any day.
Okay. Moving on.
You can come to
2006.
both.
Anybody got honorable mentions for 2006?
I barely put anything on this one.
Another
Really?
shitty ass year.
Houses are good.
Oh. The hell of a year, Orc. All right, I'm gonna try and go through that. And again, I know I'm missing some. You like Sasquatch movies? Abominable, it's a good one. I'm gonna.
Tiffany Shepard is in that
Yeah.
a little bit.
She is, and she's naked.
Oh, yeah.
I would also throw out Poultrygeist, which is maybe the best trauma movie.
Dog shit.
Oh, it's great, Orc. Big Bad Wolf, that's a B movie, but it's fun. Devil's Den, another B movie, but it's fun. Let's see here. There's some of these I know are going to be on your list, so I'm not doing them. But 13 Game of Death's a good one. If you like extreme horror, Header, which is based on the Edward Lee book, very low budget, but if you want gross, check that one out. This is a massive list, so I'm going to go through it fast. Unrest was good. Let's see here. Simon Says is a good one. The Abandon is good. Grave Dancers is fun. Last Winter. The Tripper, which is just didn't quite make my list, but a Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan obsessed slasher. A lot of fun. Got everything you could want in that movie. Let's see. There's too many more to name, but hopefully you got something there you haven't heard of.
I've got a couple. Wicked Little Things.
That's good one. It's got Scout Taylor Compton, right?
Chloe Grace was the little girl in that. Yeah, I think her first movie, I believe.
Scout was the lead in that, right?
Scout Taylor was the lead, and then Chloe was, I think, her sister, if I remember right. It's been a while.
And Big Bad Wolf is a ton of fun.
Mhm.
If you like werewolves, people say there's no good werewolf movies. They're out there. You just have to kind of look for them.
Yeah. I wish we had that kid in there to get taken out by Richard Tyson. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, Big Bad Wolf is just fun. Clint Howard's in it. I mean, come on, it's a good time.
It's got a werewolf dick in it, doesn't it? So that's pretty cool.
You might get werewolf ball cleavage. I can't remember they might show the werewolf stick. It's been a minute.
Is that it for you, Jay?
That's it.
I got a couple. I'm just gonna say Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning is an honorable mention,
Yuck.
and Evil Bong is another honorable mention,
Nice.
and the Black Christmas remake is my last honorable mention.
Definitely.
I actually like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. And before I give my number 5 for this, Jay the Dead says, off topic, but could y'all consider doing a favorite horror show / series of all time list? If these guys are down, something we'll definitely do in the future for sure.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna go into my number 5 for 2006. My number 5 is gonna be, I believe it was After Dark Presents, but it was Dark Ride. It's got the kid from Sandlot in it, Great Bambino. Fun little haunted house / haunted attraction movie.
I love those After Dark Presents movies.
I do too.
You go back on my channel, I review all those motherfuckers. So I love all those. Like even to where like they weren't even being released anymore, I was still watching them.
Yeah. And hold on. I didn't. So let me, before Corey goes. Ben gave his list from the previous year, which was Descent, Devil's Rejects, Hostel, Wolf Creek, and House of Wax. So, yeah. Corey.
All right. So, before I give my list or start my list here, I'll just say I had, at this time, 3 kids, all 5 and under at this time.
Oh, so you wasn't watching shit then.
I
You were
was
watching
not watching shit.
Blue's Clues or whatever.
You were like this the whole time.
Yes. So my 2006 is dog shit. So number 5, that being said, number 5, just for the pure entertainment value, The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage.
Hey, I dig it, man. I dig it.
Amazed.
Killing me won't bring back your goddamn honey.
Yeah, I don't hate it. So,
Well, my number 5 is Evil Bong.
fuck yeah, I love that movie.
I had no kids, and I was losing my fucking mind in high school, so I don't have a number 5.
But you spilled a lot of them in your dorm room.
Oh yeah, all over the place. Yeah.
For sure. All right, my number 5 probably won't be on a lot of lists, but Simon Rumley's The Living and the Dead. Some would call this more drama, but really good movie that you should check out. He kicked my ass maybe 5 years later, so it's not relevant to this list, but with a film called Red, White, and Blue. This hits hard. Also, some could argue more of a drama than a horror film, but Red, White, and Blue, if you just want to feel really shitty, watch these 2 Simon Rumley films.
You know what's real quick, what's bad about these shows is it makes me want to go to the cheap movie store and just fill up a basket of shit and just bring it home and see what I get. Because I've seen like those tartan movies, like I said, I see those all the time for like $1. Like now I'm just gonna throw them in the basket and buy them, and
there really aren't bad ones.
And those IFC movies I see all the time. So
just Lightus.
Me?
Yep.
Evil Bong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Number 5.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to go with number 5. I'll go with The Woods. Dan mentioned it earlier.
Lucky McKee.
My number 4 is going to be Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. A movie that should have had a sequel, but it's too long gone for that now. But great movie.
My number 4 will be Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning.
My number 4 is The Hills Have Eyes.
Slither.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
My number 4 is the zombie comedy, but also drama. Fido.
Ooh.
Very touching
Nice.
film, great cast. Carrie Ann Moss, her best film outside of Matrix. Probably honestly her best film. Carrie Ann Moss is great. Billy Connolly is great as Fido. I really like this one. Pleasantville for the horror crowd.
Oh, cool. Nice.
That's a great movie.
It is.
Number 4, Hatchet.
I don't know how I missed Slither, but that should be on my list. But I've got Black Sheep. Number 4.
Okay.
Love Chris Farley.
And I gotta say, Slither the trailer. I was so excited for that movie, and it disappointed me. I don't know. I just
What?
Wow.
it's not horrible, but I don't know, just kind of bored with it.
See,
I thought it was.
I didn't know James Gunn at the time when I saw it, so I was like totally blown away. I was like, there's Pam from The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. His wife at the time.
Yeah.
My number 3, and this was the reason I need a co-host on this shit because I'm gonna have to relieve my bladder after this because I've drank too much alcoholic beverages. But my number 3 is Slither. This movie's fucking awesome, dude. Just alone, the huge giant chick in the barn was like blown up real big. Oh, this movie's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
That was
Michael Rooker.
my number 3 too.
My number 3 was Saw 3.
Somebody's gonna have to talk a lot though until I get back.
Cool.
I'm gonna talk a lot. My number 3 is Turistas.
There you go. So my number 3, don't want to confuse people because there's another film with this title, but it is Them, and I'm referring to the French film from
Ills.
Ills is that's the
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
I
That's the
fucking
French
hate
title.
Wikipedia. They're not getting any money
Fuck
from me
yeah.
ever again if they ever ask.
That movie fucking rules. If you don't know the twist, like that movie is fucking amazing. Like,
It is an amazing. We're getting to the era of French horror, especially towards the end here. And David Moreau and Xavier Palude co-directed this, and a lot of people. There's certain other films that have similar themes that people always mention over this, but Ills or Them, as you will probably find it on DVD, is fantastic. So again, if you guys are keeping a list, make sure you have Them on there. And once again, since we're killing time, it's the 2006 film from director David Moreau and Xavier Palude. That's what you're looking for. And
Such a good movie.
it is. It's really, really good. Honestly, my top 3 for 2006, you could just flip any which way.
Guys, while we got a couple of minutes, I'll be right back.
Cool. Jess, you got time to talk about whatever your next pick is.
My next pick is Hills Have Eyes remake. I just thought it was a solid. You know me, I don't like remakes usually, but man, this is one I'd say like it's almost better than the original.
It's much better than the original.
And I do like the original. I like the grittiness of the original. The first one. It's kind of funny that Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2.
I
sucks.
won. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
Sorry. I actually won tickets to see that on the radio. Like a call-in radio thing, like back when it's
really. That's awesome.
So, well, I mean, it wasn't just 2 tickets to a movie, but that's the movie we saw. So
that's awesome. Who'd you see? Did you see it on a date or something?
Well, it was with my wife. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're lucky you got another date out of it because that one was hard.
She's cool. She can roll with the punches.
That's good.
But
Did you like it?
You know, it's growing on me. I didn't like it when I first saw it, but it's kind of growing on me. I love that director. I forget his name right off, but
Aja?
French guy.
Yeah,
Aja.
Aja. Alexander. Yeah, Aja.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right.
Everybody go through their number.
Oh,
3.
we're on Jay.
It's on me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Cold Prey, which I'm surprised I haven't heard that one yet from you guys. But yeah, Cold Prey is my number 3.
Jake, look at chat.
So,
Oh, yeah.
oh shit. Okay. Sorry.
I hope you haven't been there for like an hour or something.
No, yeah, I hope I had to go to the restroom for a second. What's going on?
What's up, Christian?
Christian?
No, you're fine. Sorry I'm late.
You're good, man.
I saw you guys doing this, and I'm like, at first I said, what the fuck am I doing? Do I have a doppelganger on this show? I mean, Jay's using my
my bad.
and he's from
Just
I
screwed
was
up.
like, is that me for a second? No, I love it. I was like, that's me. So
Glad you could hop on here, Christian.
sure, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I'm here.
You kind of know
Got
what
a few
we're doing.
years left here.
2000s horror.
Yeah. We're at number 2, right, guys?
You're on number
Yeah.
2 for 2006.
Okay, yeah. My number 2 for 2006 is going to be the Hills Have Eyes remake. I thought it was excellent, in my opinion. The only thing that my problem was the makeup with the some of the freaks or whatever you want to call them. One of them looked like a Jason Voorhees ripoff.
Yeah, you mean Derek Mears? Ironic.
Yeah, he did the guy that looked like Jason to me.
You alopecia fuck.
Yeah, but I will say, like, to me, that whole the scene where they're in the camper, like the first, that's way more effective than the original, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
My number 2, I guess you consider like horror comedy, but it's Snakes on a Plane.
God, these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Is monkey fighting snakes on this melon farmer plane.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. That's what it was, wasn't it? That's even worse.
My number 2 is Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. And I agree, it should have gotten a sequel. So
They tried to
Oh, yeah.
crowdfund it.
Love
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie.
I knew you were a fan of that.
Got
great
a
movie.
comic book or graphic novel? Or
Yeah, I guess something like that. It was a great
it's
little
not
film,
the
though.
same.
Ready for a meme? All right, my number 2 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Classy.
I can dig it.
Definitely. My number 2 is also the Hills Have Eyes remake. When you have people leaving the theater because they just can't take it, crying, women basically just saying, "I'll see you in the lobby," that are there with their boyfriends. That's powerful shit.
Yeah.
Hills Have Eyes remake, in my opinion, is way better than the original. I don't even think that's close. And
Look,
I won't argue with you.
it's
if
disturbing.
you can't
as
handle
hell.
mutants raping people, you're
Yeah.
You're in the wrong country.
America, damn it.
I was gonna say, if you can't handle that, don't look in my neighbor's windows at night. Okay.
Lol.
And you can contact Corey over at S'mores and Doors.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
My number 2
You're not whipping
is
my ass.
Final Destination 3.
Okay.
Nice choice.
Thank you.
my number 2 is Frostbitten. I believe Swedish
Yeah, vampire movie. Yeah.
vampire movie.
Haven't seen that one. Or heard of it, actually.
It's good.
It is. I remember that one.
And Christian, you want to start on 2007 or?
Well, I can.
Hanging out.
I don't want to backtrack too much, but I can kind of jump in if that's fine.
Yeah,
If I can give you my number 3, then my number 2 for 2006. I know what my number 1 is. Ironically, my number 3. My dad made me a massive fan of this movie. Black Sheep. Love that movie.
There you go.
We rented that from Blockbuster. There's like I forgot the tagline. There's 1,000 sheep in Ireland, or what was it called? And they're all pissed. It was just a funny ass tagline. Great little, movie. My number 2 would have to be Leslie Vernon too. I love that movie a lot.
I'm not giving up on a sequel. That's got a hell of a cult following. I could see it still happening, but
I love it.
I mean, yeah, when that movie came out, I don't know, like, because what was that, 2006? So I'd been like 15, and just seeing like Kane Hodder, you're talking about Freddie, Michael, Jason, and Kane Hodder's in it. And
They seem taboo when I'm talking about it. Yeah, I remember I found that at a used DVD store in like 2008 or 7, and I remember getting it. Just the DVD cover alone, way cooler than the Scream Factory. It's like silver, and Leslie's on the front, and he looks pissed. He's got the mask on. That DVD was awesome. I think it's probably Anchor Bay.
It was. I still got it.
Me too. I love that movie. I mean, I really loved it. At first, I thought it was stupid. Then it made me feel stupid for thinking I had the movie figured out. I was like, this is ridiculous. What are we doing? But then the end of the movie is like, oh, okay. So I love that movie.
Right. So moving on to number 1 for 2006. My number 1 is, some people call it a Madman ripoff, and that's fine, but I don't think it is. And some people says, because the tagline's like return to old school horror, and to me, this movie is quintessential 80s horror in this era, and it's Hatchet. Like, anybody who says it's not, it's lying to themselves, because it has everything that you would want, I think, in a slasher movie. Even though I will give him, he does look a little like Madman Mars. But
that's not a crime.
No, I don't think
that's not a crime.
I always play the Madman Mars theme as I'm like hiking. Like every time at least once I play it, because it just makes sense. And I kind of look like him a little bit, I guess.
Got some great gore in that movie.
It does. It's got one of the coolest fucking kills, dude, with the sander. This shit's fucking awesome. And then when he's ripping the girl's head, I mean, I don't know. Anybody, I just don't understand anybody who likes 80s slashers and doesn't like this movie. Because it's a return to form to me in that regard.
Number 1 for me was Behind the Mask.
Yeah, my number 1 was Hatchet also.
Yeah, Corey with a K.
My number 1 would have been Them, but a bunch of fucking horror nerds don't know how to make lists online, so I'll go with the Hills Have Eyes remake.
My number 1, and surprised it hasn't been picked yet. Well, no, it slides under everybody's radar, but is 2006's the William Friedkin film Bug, which is not a bug flick. Which I've had so many conversations, people disappointed that it's not a creature movie, but William Friedkin's Bug is the real fucking deal, and it's awesome.
Does this have Ashley Judd in it?
Ashley Judd, Michael Shannon. Be careful reading too much. It might give more than you want. Just go in blind if you can, if you haven't seen it.
I feel like that was not marketed right, because I was expecting a creature feature and I did not get it.
Yeah.
And I was not happy about that. But
a lot weren't. Yeah, that's what I hear all the time about that, but it's so good and so intense.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
I'm going to watch it anyways. Ashley Judd's in it. Kentucky Girl, okay?
There you go.
Got the easy cheese over there, Jess.
She's got some nice, Judd's got some nice jugs on her.
Saw 3.
Saw 3, okay. Yeah. That's good.
Thank you.
Oh, is that me? Yeah, I'm Saw 3 as well, and that may surprise some people, but that's my favorite movie in the franchise.
It does me.
Nice.
That's a lot of people's, I think.
Nice. I don't know this movie's been mentioned once yet, but it's actually one of my favorite movies of all time is Silent Hill. I think that's probably my favorite CGI made movie ever. I think it's one of the best examples of how to make a cool CGI horror film. So
Would you also say best video game adaptation? Because I'd say so.
probably I haven't played the game. Ironically enough, I remember playing Saw on Xbox or PlayStation 2, whatever it was, but I never played the Silent Hill game. So to me, it was just a movie, and it scared the shit out of me when I first saw it, especially the bathroom scene with that dude with his feet behind his head. Just mortified
It's a good
me.
movie. Yeah, I'm surprised more didn't pick it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So that's a clear winner for me.
Oh yeah. Before we get into 2007, so we got J-Dad says, also think of streaming y'all telling your favorite horror tales or real life horror stories. Be fun and different.
Yeah.
We
did it was pre-video, but we did a phobias show years ago. So that could be interesting. I've got a couple.
Yeah.
Ben's giving his honorable mentions for this year. We just did Black Sheep and WrestleManiac. I remember WrestleManiac. He gives his tops. He's got Hills Have Eyes, Black Christmas, Final Destination 3, Bug, and Grave Dancers. And J-Dad, he thought Bug was great with a twist. But moving on to 2017, and for me, this is, man, other than 2019, this, I don't know, it gives it a run for his money. This is one of the best years out of the
Hey, buddy. Go back at 10 years on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that came out.
There's a lot. Did I say 2017?
Yeah, that's why I said go back 10 years.
I keep doing that, and I don't know why.
You're getting old.
That's part of the problem.
He's just getting drunk, actually.
That'll be the next show.
That's another part of the problem. But 2007, sorry, one of the best years out of this whole decade. And my number 5 is a film that really don't get talked about a lot, but it's Vacancy. Got Luke Wilson.
Fuck yeah.
I think this is kind of a creepy, kind of on the road horror movie. So, yeah.
That holds up too.
It does. It does.
It's a good movie.
That is a really good one.
Jake, before we move on, are we doing honorable mentions for?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. I keep forgetting, but yeah.
No, that's okay.
Mentions, yeah.
All right, there's a lot, so I'm going to run through this fast, and people can write them all down later. Hell's Ground, which is a Middle Eastern horror movie that's really good. Long Pigs, if you like the more extreme stuff. Storm Warning's a lot of fun. Shrooms is fun. Oh my God, there's so many. Botched is a good one. Drive Through is a fun little B slasher movie. Brain Dead from Kevin Tenney. Lot of good nudity in that too. Oh man, there's just so much. Murder Party, which didn't quite make my list, but that's a really good quirky horror comedy. That's another one to check out. Lauren mentioned,
I agree.
It's really good. Lauren mentioned Sick Nurses. That should be on your guys' list. That movie is insane. Just didn't quite make my list. It's a rough year. We have Hansel and Gretel, the Asian horror film, not a fantasy movie. Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer's fun. The Ferryman's a good one. Nympha from Ivan Zukan, really good. Tiffany Shepis movie. Once again, naked Jake, so you'll appreciate that one. Teeth.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If you can stand Chris Kattan, I like Western themed stuff, but Undead or Alive's kind of fun. I can even take him in there. Yeah, there's a lot more. This is just, at this point, we would be here all night if I mentioned them all.
I've got a few here that you already mentioned, like Teeth. I love Teeth. I can watch that movie every day of the week.
That's good.
Donkey Punch.
Yeah.
Long Pigs. I think you mentioned that one, Dan.
Yeah.
Sick Girl. Tokyo Gore Police.
Yep.
Vacancy and Wrong Turn 2, which is my favorite in that franchise.
I agree. Henry Rollins. Yeah.
I guess I'll give him some of my honorable mentions. I got The Rage.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. I just realized I forgot The Rage. Oh, it's so much fun.
The Rage is one. The Mist, obviously. The Messengers, Christian Stewart. I really like that one.
I do too.
And then Dead Silence and
Oh,
Grindhouse.
damn it.
Yeah, and Grindhouse would be some of my. And 30 Days a Night, obviously, would be some of my honorable
How I
mentions.
missed Dead Silence.
But
Well, if our honorable mentions mention everyone's lists for the most part.
I don't know. 'Cause there's a lot of good stuff in this year. But if that's everybody's honorable mentions, I already said my number 5 is Vacancy. So Corey,
Yeah, my number 5 was Dead Silence.
You're muted.
Corey with a K,
Yeah, you're muted, Corey.
you're muted.
Sorry. I got loud teenagers walking around down here. My number 5, going back to the whole religious horror thing, The Reaping.
My number 5 is The Mist.
Heck yeah, great ending, by the way. On that.
Yep. One of the best of all time.
It really is great. Fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, is it to me?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. 2007, my number 5. Sorry, I lost my place. My bad.
Yep. 2007.
My number 5 is The Orphanage.
Ooh, okay.
Great horror film.
My number 5 is Paranormal Activity.
Nice.
Interesting it's that low, really.
Well, I thought the first one's really clever. Enjoyed it, but
The
everything
checks
after
weren't
it.
that big.
Well, I didn't make
Yeah.
it was actually the sequels that I made money working on stuff, so promos. But anyway, the first one.
Oh, sorry, it's me. I'm going to go with The Daisy Chain.
Never heard of that.
Very nice. Maybe you guys aren't a big fan of this, but I saw this in the theater and I really loved it. Still love it till this day. Fright Night without the vampire, Disturbia.
Oh,
Shia
no,
LaBeouf.
I love it. I love that movie. It's great.
Love Disturbia.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's got Shiloh LaBeouf, right?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yep.
Good
It's great.
movie. It's funny when I saw that before Fright Night. And I'm like, holy shit, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
He's just a murderer.
It's Rear Window with a vampire.
Before
say-
he. I'll go for it.
No, I was just gonna say you could say this Summer of '84 is pretty much the same thing as that too.
That's a great
Fun
movie.
movie though.
Yeah.
Love Disturbia.
Okay. Moving on, number 4. My number 4 is I don't know if it's gonna be on anybody's list either, but Ben kind of mentioned it. But My Name is Bruce. This movie's a fucking blast, dude. I think the only thing Bruce Campbell's directed. But man, this movie's so much fucking fun.
Nice.
Number 4 for me is Rick.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that somehow.
My number 4 was also My Name is Bruce.
Yeah, Corey with a K. You know what's up. Or
Dead Silence, number 4.
My number 4 is David Bruckner's The Signal.
It's a good movie.
It's really good. Yeah.
My number 4 is I Am Legend.
Keep my wife's name.
I was just gonna say, fuck you, Will Smith, though.
You know, I don't know how I missed Wreck, but my number 4 is the Poughkeepsie tapes.
yeah. I forgot about that one too.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
tough one because I didn't actually see it until so much later. But yeah,
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Someone shared that on Facebook of all things. That's how I watched it.
No, nice.
Like back when
Wow.
it came out.
Don't do that now.
One of the old Dead Pit fam.
I'm gonna throw it to Wrong Turn 2. I agree. I think it's. Well, I don't know if somebody said it was the best. I think it's the best of the series.
It's my favorite.
Wrong Turn 2 is really fun. I think it's got the perfect tone for what the movies are, and I think they had a home run with that one. So that's gonna be my number 4.
And going off that, my number 3 is going to be Wrong Turn 2. Everything Christian just said, dude, it's a blast. And fucking Henry Rollins, what more do we want, man?
Say a word, and this is for me.
Yeah.
All the inbreds like fucking each other the whole time, which is so funny, man. I love it.
That's what they would be doing too, man. I mean,
Right.
That's why they're inbred.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It's a great movie.
They be fucking.
Number 3 for me is The Mist.
Classy pick.
My number 3 is Saw 4.
See, after that one, they kind of all go together for me.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I agree.
My number 3 is 30 Days of Night.
My number 3, again, we're at a hot time for French horror. Xavier Jen's Frontiers.
Oh, nice.
Brutal and awesome movie.
Jeff, after you take a drag off that cigarette.
Hostel 2 is my number 3.
Jay, you redeemed
Happy
your
orphanage.
Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ.
Should have put it as my number 1.
Whatever. Where are we at? 3?
3.
Yeah. Christian, you have 3?
Hey, I just thought about an honorable mention really quick. I gotta at least bring it up because at the time when this came out, it made me solid as a rock. I Know Who Killed Me, starring Lindsay Lohan. I don't think it's a good movie, but it needs to at least get mentioned.
You know, the director just did that monstrous thing with Christina Ricci.
Yes, yeah, I think Warren was talking about that today. I think
Yeah.
might have been. This is kind of tough because there's a lot of good shit in 2007. I guess I'm gonna have to throw it to Vacancy. I agree. I think that's one of those like hidden gem, overt, like just almost Rob Zombie feeling, just brutal, and that Hills Have Eyes kind of feel. So I thought that was a good movie. Yeah, Vacancy's great. I wish they would do like a nice release of it and stuff because I don't think it has gotten one before.
No, I don't even think it's on Blu-ray.
It may not be, but that's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not on my
I
list,
think
but
I might
love
have
it.
it in a multi-pack.
Is it on,
Yeah.
on the multi-pack? Okay.
I
It
think
is.
I do.
With
Yeah, that's
Identity.
That's a great. It's just really fun. It knows when those films just know what they're doing and like they just don't make it more than it needs to be. They just work, and I think Vacancy was one of those.
I agree.
You're right, Ben.
What Ben say? About Hostel 2?
Yeah.
Well, that's the only thing I remember from it, but it's Eli Roth's that shit. Eli Roth can suck a big fat fucking cock.
Damn. Cold.
Yeah.
He's the master of horror. Come
He's
on.
the master of fucking sucking
Well,
cock.
I wouldn't go that far, but and I'm
Um,
sorry I don't have Vacancy on my list. It's definitely
Yeah, you better be fucking sorry,
solid
Jeff.
film.
Just
Come on, Jesse Graham.
It's a great one. I wish it was. I'm kind of regretting it now.
I just think it's one a lot of people forget about.
There's
Yeah.
still time. Go on, number 1.
There's not over these, but it could have
No.
possibly knocked out an earlier one.
Because if number 1 ain't everybody's number 1, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with half of y'all people. But my number 2 is Paranormal Activity. Only thing, like, I remember everything about this coming out, the promos and everything, and seeing this in theaters is a fucking blast. So, Paranormal Activity.
Hell yeah.
Can I just ask a question really quick? I hate to be that person, but like,
No, you're good.
I was thinking about Paranormal Activity, but like for me, that movie came out in 2009 because that's when I saw it in theaters. I know it was like a groundswell. So is that cheating if I want to use it in 2009? I won't use it in 2009 if that's the case.
No,
I'm just saying, like,
I don't remember. Is that like when it got released theatrically?
it was one of those movies that traveled throughout the couple of years, and I know I saw it my senior year of high school, and it was in theaters.
Didn't it get like edited? Like, no, Spielberg sent some notes and they
Yeah.
reshot the ending and stuff.
There's a few others that are actually my second pick. Some people didn't technically see until I think like 2009 also, but I'm counting it. So yeah, I'd say it's fine.
From what I understand, Paranormal was released like to film festivals and shit in 2007.
Yeah,
but like it didn't.
Kind of hard.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, I just
use it for 09. You're good. Yeah.
2007 is what it says here.
Yeah,
that's deceptive.
I remember that documentary talked about it. That documentary talked about like that film festival, and like only a few people liked it, or because they actually watched it. The guys at Paramount wouldn't even watch it.
You're probably right, Christian. Yeah, like we didn't get to see it till 2009.
Number 2 for me is maybe a movie everyone hates because I never hear it mentioned, but I always liked it. It's 1408.
Love it.
Yes. My mom loves that movie.
My number 2 is Dead Silence. That movie actually kind of helped spark my whole nostalgia for Full Moon and Puppet Master. So,
fuck yeah. And Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. Don't you forget it, Corey, with a K.
It's the worst one.
It's fucking high if you think that's the worst.
And until they started doing the Access trilogy, but
I'm not gonna win this one tonight, Emma.
Nope.
I might as well just quit. Christian, you got my back on this one.
What's up, man?
Puppet Master versus Demonic Toy.
It's you know what, dude? It's like I can't help but like it. It's fucking awful. But like, dude, Corey Feldman he talks like a moron on purpose the entire movie.
He's got that big ass wig on through the whole fucking movie.
Dude, I have people that try to buy that DVD from me because it's so hard to get now.
Yeah, it's on TV.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. They want to own that.
It's on YouTube.
They want to own that damn Anchor Bay. But dude, it's like I'll pick that one over some of the Full Moon produced ones to watch.
Thank you.
You know,
the later ones, you mean, right?
if I'm gonna watch a train wreck, I want to watch or if I'm gonna watch a car wreck, I want to watch the car wreck where after the wreck happens, like the one car is burning on, like it's on fire on cruise control going into like town square. So I may as well watch that one. I know a guy that bought a lot of those puppets from the movie. His name is Jester Mikey on YouTube. He's like the world's biggest Puppet Master fan. Never seen his face because every video he wears a Jester mask. He's never shown his face, but he owns all kinds of props, and he bought a bunch of them from that movie. It's crazy. That was 2007, though?
No, that was 04, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's hating on me for picking it in my top.
No, I would have had it too. It would have been a mercy pick, but I would have had it too.
But yeah, Orc, you number 2?
I was originally going to go with Paranormal Activity, but then I have to go foreign for my top 2 picks because I forgot of a film because it wasn't on stupid fucking Wikipedia. One of the greatest films ever made, Inside.
Oh, shit. That is a good one.
Yeah, it is. My number 2 pick, and again, this could technically fall under another year for some people, but what the hell, I'm doing it now. Trick or Treat, now a modern Halloween classic, and everybody knows that, so I'll be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom. But, yeah.
I got it for this year too, just so you know. So
yeah, that's good.
Jess?
Number 2 is Trick or Treat.
You know, Orc, I'm right there with you. I don't know how I missed Inside. That's my favorite French film of all time. But I don't have it on my list. I've got 30 Days of Night at number 2.
I remember seeing that in theater.
Yeah, I got to go with Trick or Treat as well. I was almost scared to say it because I'm going to be the basic bitch that says Trick or Treat. But I love that movie.
It's great.
I completely forgot about it inside, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna miss
Yeah.
the boat on that one. So I must
Wasn't
stick my
on-
number. Must stick with my number one, and it's not inside. But Trick or Treats too.
Cool.
I'm just kind of shocked because I figured what Trick or Treat would have been most everybody's number one. But before I get to my number one, Ben says, seems like something more personal than I like in his movies where he touched me in my no-no square, but he's still a piece of shit. And I see why now. Okay, he makes shitty fucking movies, and he still continues to make shitty fucking movies.
He fucks children, but it's cool.
There you go. But my number one is going to be Trick or Treat. I thought that would unanimously be everybody's number one.
It's my number one.
It's mine as well.
Not for me. Another foreign masterpiece. Thrill ride from start to end. Wreck.
My number one pick was Orc's number two pick, Inside. The directors have been chasing that magic ever since. It's just a wonderful horror movie. Avoid the remake.
Yes.
It starts to fall down at this point, but I had to pick Saw 4 as my number one. Still a big fan of the franchise.
It's Trick or Treat. It's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's up there.
Watch it 2 times a year at least.
Yeah. I mean, I watch
just
it.
realized- Does this sound like I'm using my mic now? Because I think I wasn't using it. It should sound better. My number one's Poughkeepsie Tapes. That movie scared the shit out of me. That's my favorite found footage movie.
Yeah, it's got to get you too, because I mean that's like very real world horror. You know,
It feels real, doesn't it?
yeah.
It fucked me up, dude.
I grew up 30 minutes from Poughkeepsie.
Nice. Orc's got all the tapes hidden. in there.
You know it. Orc tapes.
Give me a shout out, bitch, or give me a real talk, bitch.
Poughkeepsie Galleria. That was the mall, Poughkeepsie Galleria.
Sorry, I thought you were Jess for a minute. Jess is the one that's give me a shout out, bitch, and he's got the tapes in the background too. You're a duo serial killer team.
Oh, yeah.
I got Adam Walsh's head in my trunk.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. Damn. It got dark.
What the hell?
Come on, I'm on topic.
I don't even know where we're at now. We're at 2008, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2008.
All right. Believe it or not, I'm recording again tonight, so I'm gonna roll through some quick honorable mentions for 2008. Dance of the Dead, really fun zombie flick. Dying Breed, part of the 8 films to die for, and what a disturbing ending. And nobody ever talks about Dying Breed.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I like him. Yes, shout out, Mikey. Gutter Balls, if you like extreme horror and don't mind some unpleasant sexual
Hate
stuff.
that.
You don't? Okay.
Nope.
God, some of these are going to be on your list. Parasomnia, I liked. There's one that just didn't quite make my list that nobody really has seen, and Left Bank. Check that one out. Left Bank is really good. Color from the Dark with Debbie Rochon, very good. Doesn't really get a lot of attention. Since Tiffany Shepis has come up a lot tonight, Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula, fun little goofy B movie from her. That's one of her better ones. Let's see. Pig Hunt's fun. Again, I know people are going to call me out for ones I miss here, but this is just The Cottage is really good. Let's see. The Vanguard, that's a zombie one I like. Tokyo Gore Police. Trailer Park of Terror, that might be on some lists. Vinyan. Fetus by Brian Paulin. That's hard to get a hold of, but if you like extreme horror, Fetus. Also, shout out to my friend Chris McGibbon, who I believe was in that one.
Shout out.
Shout out. I know I missed a bunch, guys, but there's like
Shout out.
1,000 movies that come out at this point.
Let's see. I know Dan mentioned a few of these. I got Diary of the Dead, which I like personally, but I know everyone else
Yeah,
hates
my
it.
ninja.
Baby Blues, Eden Lake, The Machine Girl, Splinter, and I think Dan mentioned this Trailer Park of Terror.
Yeah, Trailer Park's a fun one.
It is fun. I like that movie.
I don't have any honorable mentions for this year. This year was the worst year to me, in my opinion. To me,
Oh wow!
I guess Otis would be the only honorable mention, and I'm sure somebody's going to have it. But I will say before we get started on 2008, go through Ben Graham's 2007s. His honorable mentions is Vacancy, Sick Nurses, Poughkeepsie Tapes, and Dead Silence. Then he had 30 Days a Night, Paranormal Activity, Hospital 2, and The Mist.
Cool.
Yep. So I'm going to go with my number 5, and I guarantee this is going to be on nobody's list at all. But my number 5 for 2008 is going to be Lost Boys, The Tribe.
Oh, wow.
Man, I love it. And I don't know how many of y'all watched the 2 Corey show, but when Corey Feldman had a breakdown that Corey Feldman got invited to be on this and they didn't want Corey Haim, like that scene, oh man, because he's so sad. And then they finally added him at the very end. But I like this movie. I mean, I love the 2 Coreys. I grew up watching all this shit. So
wasn't he supposed to like be in the movie like, you know, the whole time, but he was kind of too drugged out or whatever?
Too fucked up.
Yeah, he was too fucked up. And then then they just added him as a vampire at the end.
And he was supposed to get cleaned up and be in the next one. And he died.
Hey,
yeah.
It's so tragic, man. I'm with you, dude. I love those guys.
Yeah, I do too, and I mean, I just love this movie. But if there's definitely, if you watch the show, The 2 Coreys, there's a moment in that show where Corey Feldman's kind of got to explain to him, hey, they asked me to be in it, but not you. So, and he was pretty upset. But yeah, and I have easy bathroom, so.
My number 5 is The Ruins.
Nice.
My number 5 is a movie I have not seen, but I really want to. I was told it was really good. Amusement.
That movie is fucking awesome. But it's got a clown on the front.
Yeah.
Of the cover art. That movie is great. I love that movie.
I think the overseas release of that is extended and has some of the unrated footage or something. I think Lauren knows more about that because I can't remember, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. That movie's good, dude. They actually fucking have this clown in the movie too. It's not, clickbait as it were. The clown is in that movie.
I picked that one up recently. Actually, I haven't watched it yet.
It's a classy title.
Yeah. Orc, is it on you now? Number 5?
Yeah, number 5, Tokyo Gore Police.
Nice.
My number 5, I don't think is going to be on anybody's list. It's a Finnish, Russian, or Czech co-production, Sauna. And this is part of IFC Midnight before the Shout Factory connection, when most of those were pretty damn good. And Sauna, check that one out.
Nice.
Just Graham.
Number 5.
My number 5 is Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust.
That's a good number.
Classy pick. Classy pick.
It is good though. God damn, I won't even argue that.
It's a whole lot of fun. I think I even like it almost better than the first one. I don't know.
I do too.
They're fun.
For my pick is Canadian, I believe, Pontypool.
Good pick.
My number 5 is Repo, the Genetic Opera. I
Oh,
love that
wow.
movie.
I watched that in the last couple of years. It was something.
I remember Paris going on David Letterman to promote that movie, and the people laughed when she said the movie that she was doing, and it actually pissed me off. And I was like, I'm going to make sure I see this movie. And it took me a while to see it because it wasn't exactly released nationwide. But I like that
Darren
movie.
Lynn Bozeman is the guy who did that one.
Darren Lynn Bozeman.
Yep.
I think it's
Saw two,
really,
right?
yeah, I think it's really inventive and cool and different and
Yeah.
fun. I'm a big fan of Repo.
Yeah, catchy music too.
Yep.
I can still
I like it.
remember it.
I'm just not a big musical guy, so that's just kind of what turned me off a little bit. But I did watch it when a lot of guys recommended it to me. So
Yep. And so that's moving on to number 4, correct?
Yep.
My number 4 for 2008 is Midnight Movie.
that's a great movie.
Okay, I didn't know how many people would have seen this.
I
one,
love
but
that movie.
It is a great little movie.
I don't mean it in a bad way at all, but it's like been a Walmart discount bin staple for a long, long time. Like
Yes,
paired up with like Killer Movie and a few other things. Yeah.
I
I haven't
found.
been on it. I don't think.
Yeah, funny enough, I found it on Blu-ray at Dollar Tree in a 3-pack. It came with that, Scars, and I want to say Spliced is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it came with. Yeah,
Yeah. It's been re-released a lot.
but good movie.
Number 4 for me was The Strangers.
My number 4, I had to step away for a minute, so I don't know if Dan said this, but I figured this would definitely be a Dan movie. Zombie Strippers.
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson, fuck you
Yep.
guys.
And Robert England.
Yep. I think I still have it on DVD.
That
Rides his face.
We good?
Yep.
Yep.
You're good.
Diary of the Dead, number 4.
My number 4 for 2008 is Pontypool, which Jay already picked.
nice.
Yes. Yes.
My number 4 is, and I don't even really like this compared to his other movies, but Diary of the Dead. This year wasn't that great to me. I don't know if I was
Yeah.
not as into horror or
I like
I'm
that
shocked
movie.
anybody had
Okay.
that on their list.
I didn't really want to.
I mean, I love the movie, but I thought I was alone.
Well, I like Land better, and I think I even like Survival of the Dead better than Diary.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
You're wrong.
and I don't even really like Survival.
My number 4 is Infected.
Oh, good one.
I'm trying to put my list together right now. I'm gonna go. This movie kind of sucks, but I like it. I'm sure all you guys can roll your eyes. I'm not a Mark Wahlberg fan, but I kind of like The Happening.
Oh,
That scene where he turns
Oh.
around and those bodies are
God.
hanging from the bridge. Dude, that got me.
You guys
I'm
giving me shit?
gonna throw Marky Mark a bone.
Scared.
Dude, the grandma was
Scared of
freaky
wind.
at the end.
Yeah.
The trees.
I'm gonna throw Marky Mark a bone. He's gonna make my list.
The Happening.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of foreign stuff around this era. I saw Inside because that kind of broke that barrier. Like everybody was talking. I remember, but a lot of that stuff you guys talking about, I'm pretty not familiar with a lot of that.
It's
Mr.
a lot of great
Hobart,
stuff in there, dude.
have you seen Let the Right One In or Wreck?
I like the right one in. Everybody told me that was like the real deal, and I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I like it, but it's not going to be in my top 5.
If you liked The Happening, you should see the Australian film Long Weekend from '78, I believe.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I have that from It's either I love that movie. I think it's Synapse. It might be
Yeah,
Synapse.
it
Love
is.
that movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 3. My number 3 is a Swedish fucking classic. We've already talked about it. Let the Right One In, man. Love it.
My number 3 is Pontypool.
Nice.
My number 3 is The Lost Boys, The Tribe.
Son of a bitch.
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as bad as everybody else thinks it is. So
I enjoyed it enough.
It's gonna be Orcs number 1.
No, we got something else. Number 3 for me is Cloverfield.
Nice.
Oh,
I
nice.
fucking love Cloverfield.
Fun movie.
Oh, and the 10 Cloverfield Lane too. Holy shit.
We were watching that 2 nights ago.
Yeah, John Goodman's so good.
Fun thing, I've only seen Cloverfield in the theater, but that was
So
a
did I.
theater experience for sure.
Nice.
My number 3 is Let the Right One In.
Why so low?
I know what Dan's number 1 is.
You
My
probably do.
number 3 is Feast 2 Sloppy Seconds.
Classy.
Yeah.
For number 3, I've got The Children.
Oh, good one.
I'm gonna throw it to Amusement. That's a great little movie. My number 3.
I remember that film. My number 2, and I know this has got to be on Dan's list somewhere, is Midnight Meat Train. Great,
Oh, yeah.
great
I would-
fucking movie.
Honorable mention. Yep.
Oh, missed it. What?
That's yeah. My last 2 are, you'll understand why though.
Corey.
Yeah. Number 2 is Cloverfield.
Nice.
my number 2 is Midnight Movie.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I got that one.
My number 2 is The Strangers because Mama tried.
What?
The song that's playing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Merle
That was
Haggard.
my ringtone for my
Merle
mom for
Haggard,
a
yeah.
while.
That's another song.
My number 2, because I'm a sick piece of shit. This was written by Trent Haga, and he didn't think anybody would ever make it into a movie, and they did. Dead Girl. Really messed up little movie. There's a few other films called Dead Girl, but you're looking for the one directed by Marcel Sarmiento and Gaddy Harrell and starring Shiloh Fernandez, Noah Sagan. Fucked up little horror movie. I think the streaming version is edited, so you'll want the Blu-ray if you can still get it. Or the DVD, I believe, is also uncut.
Nice.
Nice.
It's good. It's fucked up, too.
Yeah. I've seen that.
My number 2, I don't even really want it on here, but again, I'm more of a fan of the franchise than the movie itself. Saw 5. Let's move on.
I love that movie, but I knew better than to put it on my list.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even really want it there, but here we are.
I don't know how I missed Dead Girl, but yeah, it should have been on my list. But number 2, fuck you, Orc, Martyrs.
Fuck you, Orc Mark.
Fuck you, Jay. That movie sucks dick besides the opening. It's terrible.
No.
I like
They're
Martyrs.
trapped in a
Classic.
basement. It's torture.
I like Martyrs.
Of course you did. It's a great movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and get Cloverfield out there as well. Big fan of those kind of big monster movies, and mixing it with found footage is a home run for me.
I saw it at Grauman's Chinese Theater. I would have been one of the few movies I saw in the old theater.
I saw it at the Cinema 5 down the road.
I need to give that one another rewatch. I haven't seen it since it came out, so
It was a real dirt cheap 4K. If I don't know if it still is, but
That's one like a lot of people told me they had like motion sickness during it for some reason.
Yeah, I've never gotten motion sickness from found footage.
Yeah,
me either.
Maybe it's
or
just
in
me.
general. I've never, thankfully, knock on wood. You know,
I did from Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Fuck Zack Snyder. He made a shitty Dawn of the Dead remake.
that was just a bad movie. Is why you got sick.
Anywho, number one for 2008. My number one is going to be The Strangers. And to me, I can go ahead and say it. This is my fucking favorite movie of this whole decade. Fucking love this movie,
Wow.
man.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Mama try.
I'm gonna go with Let the Right One In.
My man.
My number one, I had to pick just because of the title alone, because the titles to the sequels are just fucking hilarious. It's Ginger Dead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust.
Sweet.
No shame on
Part three
that
is a
one.
great
That is
movie, too.
I mean, in part three, part three, Saturday Night Cleaver. I mean, come on.
Funny.
My number one is Let the Right One In. Easy, not even close.
It is close.
No, it is not.
my number one. Sorry, York. Martyrs.
Fuck you, Orc.
I
Martyrs.
knew it, Dan. I knew it.
You would have Martyrs, CHH, you fucking crazy fuck.
I know. I don't have Martyrs on my list. I like it, but it's not on my list. I'm in your good graces.
Okay, I'm sorry. Went too far.
I'm the only one
That's
who probably
great.
enjoys my number one, and nobody's even mentioned it. Is Shudder.
Great app.
Wait,
Hold
not
on.
The remake?
Shutter.
the Joshua Jackson
The
remake.
Joshua Jackson movie. I do like.
No,
it.
no, okay.
I do
Martyrs
like
you can get away with. No, no,
Come on.
no.
Wait, was he an older or younger brother to Michael? Is he part of the Jackson 5?
He's the one that's naturally white.
Okay.
Dan, did
Tito.
you give your number
Tito.
one?
I did Martyrs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I just make sure.
Jess, have you seen the original Shudder?
I don't know. I don't believe I have actually.
Oh, that's my favorite Asian movie of all time.
I think
I
me and
might
Jay
need
might
to
have the
see it.
same number one.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Let the Right One In.
No. My number one is Lake Mungo.
Oh, it's not bridge, like my
Had a
man.
resurgence
Movie.
lately.
That movie fucked me up, dude.
Christian, have you
I'm
seen
a sucker
Wreck?
for those movies. No.
You haven't seen Wreck? Well, I haven't seen Lake Mungo. You should check out Wreck, and I'll check out Lake Mungo.
Yeah, get that Blu-ray set.
Well, I'll get to
Wreck.
it. Yeah.
Wreck 2. Wreck 2 is fucking amazing.
I love Shrek. I've seen Shrek.
Shrek.
Fuck yeah. Shrek 3 is great.
Scream Factory's got the box set's got the 4 Wreck in it.
is that still sealed?
Yes, that's still sealed. I'll get to it one of these fucking
You're
days
such-
for you, okay?
You're such a physical media collector.
Still sealed. Yes, and that's 2008. And go ahead. And give Ben Grimm's. He had Martyrs, Eden Lake, Pony Pool, Coming Soon from Thailand. I fucking don't know what that one is.
Yep.
Splinter is shut in his area.
Very cool.
Splinter is really cool. If you guys haven't seen that,
I had
Yeah,
not.
Splinter's a great movie. Yeah.
it's a great like body horror monster movie.
Okay, 2000. Moving into 2009. Does anybody got any honorable mentions for 2009?
Yes, and I'm gonna go ahead and after I do my honorable mentions, read my list because I made the mistake of scratching my wound, and I'm gonna clean it before my next podcast.
Yeah, you're
so-
good. You got a show after this, so
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
I'll let you go
Sorry.
ahead. You're
I
good.
almost made it, but all right. So let's see. Honorable mentions.
Prayers for Dan.
I'm okay, but
And that
thank
fucking
you.
possum.
Martyrs 2.
I would throw out two solid Clive Barker adaptations, Books of Blood, or Book of Blood, I think it was just called, and Dread. Both pretty good Clive Barker adaptations. I would also throw out the My Bloody Valentine remake, which I'm sure is going to be mentioned by some of you guys. And there's a lot this year. So The Collector is really good. Pandorum's really good. Laid to Rest, another great slasher movie. Dead Snow, which I'm again sure is going to be on some lists tonight. Doghouse, Infestation, Necromentia is one that not a lot of people have seen. That's really good. The Horde. If you want something really low budget and stupid fun, Wonton Baby is a good time. And yeah. So I'll The Revenant. I would also throw out The Revenant. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and read my list and then plug it up. And so my first one is, or my fifth pick is a really unusual movie called Low. And I'm going to go through these a little faster than normal rather than telling you about it so I can get stitched up. Sure. Low, L-O, check that out. Really weird movie, but I like it a lot. My number 4 is and I want to make sure I say the name right, because this has a lot of people who've made films under this title, but my number 4 pick is Macabre, and it is from the directors Timo Tjahjanto of VHS fame and Kimo Stambuel. Really good. Nobody talks about it, but really good film. My number 3 is Thirst from Park Chan-wook. Great vampire movie. Also doesn't get a lot of attention. And my number 2 is The Loved Ones. Excellent Australian horror film. And my number 1 is Antichrist from Lars von Trier. So, yes. So I'm going to take the advice from Carrie and plug it up. And I'll see you guys later on Flesh Wound Features.
Plug your shit real quick before you go, Dan. If you
yes. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures. We're going to do a live stream of the Wednesday show because everybody's schedule is still a little messed up. So we're going to be live then, but it will also play Wednesday so everybody can see it. Vote for Flesh Wound Features on Garrett's video for Horror YouTuber of the Month.
So Born to Be Rad?
Yes, Born to Be Rad. Check that out. And yes, so in closing, don't get between a dog and a possum.
There you go. Thank you for joining us, Dan.
Take it easy, brother.
Thank you.
Bye, Dan.
I scratched it. I'm fine, but I'll later.
See ya. All right. With that list, I don't know what he's thinking.
I've got a few honorables.
Throw them out there.
Maybe mention a few of these.
Okay.
Cabin Fever 2, which is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Blood the Last Vampire, that's like animated, so I didn't include that. But it's really cool. Infestation, I think Dan mentioned that one. The Loved Ones and My Bloody Valentine 3D.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll start with my my fifth one for 2009, and Jay kind of already mentioned it. It's Cabin Fever 2. This movie is a fucking blast. And
absolutely.
For those of you who don't know, Joe Lynch directed a majority of this and didn't want his name attached to it. So Ty West came in and finished it, and he got the credit, the directorial credit for it. But this movie is a nasty fucking fun ride. in my opinion.
It's the exact direction to go from the first movie
Yes.
to go kind of like like horror comedy.
And they're at their high school prom, and everybody's just fucking literally falling apart and shit. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. I'm gonna go watch it now.
Number 5, I'm gonna go with the Friday remake.
My list is so close to Dan's. My number 5 is Jennifer's Body.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Wakewood.
Don't know that one.
Number 5, My Bloody Valentine remake.
Nice.
My number 5 is The Final Destination.
I'm gonna be with Corey on this. I actually just rewatched the Friday the 13th remake, and I actually enjoy it. So I'm gonna have that at my number 5 as well. By the way, some of you guys, probably Jay, are gonna fucking hate my 2009. Just saying.
Jay might have mine too. I don't know. But my number 4 is, as Corey and Kristen's already said, is Friday the 13th remake. A lot of fun, in my opinion. And I will say the first 15 fucking minutes of this movie is some of the best shit this franchise has to offer.
Amen. And Derek is such a badass Jason.
Yes, I wish
yeah.
you would have got another chance to play, man.
Hell
Really do.
He's got my vote if they ever do another one. I God bless Kane, but I mean, Derek's be my pick. Let him do it again. I thought he killed it.
Yep.
My number 4 would be the My Bloody Valentine remake.
Nice.
That is also my number 4.
Mine is Shiver, which is, I believe, a Spanish film.
My number 4 is Friday the 13th remake.
Nice.
Saw 6. I'll watch that piece of crap over Friday the 13th any day.
Just
Oh my
staying
God.
true.
Yes, you and all these Saw fucking movies. Come on.
I'm gonna have to throw Saw 6 in there for me as well. I actually think it actually had something to say, and I think that's what makes Saw 6 pretty cool with the insurance deal. I like Saw 6. I'm gonna throw that at my number 4 too.
I would also rather watch Saw 6 than the Friday the 13th remake. So,
thank you guys.
I wouldn't watch it rather than, but I do like Saw 6. I do. I think Saw 6 is like they finally did. Like I say, finally, like dude, they commentating on the world. I thought that was cool.
You're crazy. My number 3 for 2009 is going to be Jennifer's Body. Low shoulder through the trees. Man, I was playing that shit all through high school.
That's my number 3 also.
You guys are on it.
my number 3 is The House of the Devil.
Nice.
My number 3 is also The House of the Devil.
My number 3 is The Fourth Kind.
Nice.
Creepiest fucking lady in the beginning of any fucking movie.
Nice.
My number 3 is Cabin Fever 2, Spring Fever. Oh,
Hell yeah.
My number 3 is the My Bloody Valentine remake. Classy film.
Yeah, it's a good one. That would have been an honorable mention for me. I mean, it's kind of weird that, like, the 2 guys from Supernatural end up doing remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Jensen did My Bully Valentine, and Jared did Friday the 13th.
Friday. Pretty cool.
Yeah. But my number 2 is going to be, it's already been mentioned, but Ty West, who I think is a fucking amazing director. It's a shame that he hasn't done more than what he's done. But hopefully with X coming out, he'll do a lot more shit. It's going to be The House of the Devil. Movie's amazing, and it's a perfect October watch, in my opinion.
Amen.
My number 2 is Zombieland.
Oh,
That would have been an honorable mention for me. Fucking good
Yeah,
movie.
The
me too.
American Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Horror
My,
comedy.
My number 2 is Drag Me to Hell.
It's another good
It's a
one.
lot better
My
than I
number-
thought it would be. So
my number 2 is The Collector.
My number 2 is Zombieland as well.
My number 2 is also The Collector.
Oh yeah.
House
Yeah,
House
we
of the Devil is my number 2.
Okay. Already got a feeling me and Christian's number ones have got to be the
Just-
same here.
Just say it for me.
Okay, I will say it, and I'm going to give you credit, Christian, because if it wasn't for you, Nick, and Drum Dums when y'all did y'all's Unita on Halloween franchise, like I fucking absolutely hated this movie when I saw it in theaters, and then y'all was praising it. All three of you praised it, and I said, "What the fuck am I missing?"
Oh,
So I went
God.
back and I gave it a
No.
second watch, and I'm like, I fucking love this movie. And it's Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Halloween 2.
Fuck yeah. I mean, this movie, I don't know. This movie's amazing, in my opinion. Rob finally got the chance to do it more or less what he wanted to do.
Turn your
Right.
cameras off.
And do like the PTSD shit. He hit the nail on the fucking head on how
He
somebody
did,
would
and
deal with this
it's-
shit.
Scout was fucking awesome in that movie.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
love the fact that it's different. They aren't the movie. I don't want the first movie. I don't want it. You know, they can make as much as they want. That's why Halloween 3 is my favorite. Halloween 3 is my favorite.
No, and
And
you're
see, this is why I hate. I'm not talking about these guys specifically, but like every time I give my a Halloween opinion on the internet, the fucking lunatics come out and threaten my life. You know, that's why I don't know how Nick does it. I'm so glad I'm not a quote unquote Halloween guy. It's insane, dude. My life has been threatened for liking Rob Zombie.
Robert, and that's fucking wild because this movie,
That's
like, I don't know. I mean, the performances, and I don't know. Like
Scout,
Brad Dourif, dude, when he goes in and finds fucking Annie's body.
I
Oh
just-
my god, dude.
yeah, I challenge people.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a better performance in the franchise. Please tell me.
Exactly.
Let me
I'd love
admit
for
something to
somebody
you.
tell me.
It's Halloween's are like it's like my third favorite franchise. You know, I'm a Freddy and Jason guy, so I can accept this remake more than I can accept, honestly, the Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Rob Zombies. Though I've really just grown to it's its own thing. It's not part of the Halloween franchise.
But it
the thing
is.
for me, man, is like I was a fan of Rob Zombie's music, like
Yeah.
early 90s, you know. And then he started directing movies that, you know, all this shit, House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. You know, Devil's Rejects, awesome. Oh, he's doing Halloween. Fuck yeah, it's gonna be great. And I can't get into it, man.
It is not for everybody.
It is not, but
It's
I
just-
encourage the people that haven't gave this a second chance in a while, because I was one of those people, and Christian and all three of them guys were talking it up. I'm like, I'm missing something, obviously. So I went into it with a different perspective, and I came out. This movie's a fucking masterpiece.
I mean, I could take or leave the first one, but the second one is
Yes.
easily top 5 to me.
Yes, I still
Sure.
don't like the first one very much. I like the first part of the first one, not so much when he's just straight remaking the original. But yeah,
2's better, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hate the first part of the first one.
really,
I hate the first
I think
one.
everybody
I think
does.
everybody does too. I guess I'm a
At
little
all.
different. I don't mind it, but
So people are literally threatening your life because you like Rob Zombie's
Oh,
remake
dude.
of Halloween.
I'll never forget. YouTube disabled the comments for this video. I didn't, but there were so many threats that YouTube disabled it. There's a Chucky doll I have in here that a friend in the UK made for me. And the Chucky fans are just as fucking psycho. Like I was getting comments like "fuck you," that doesn't even look good, you piece of shit asshole,
Oh, come on.
motherfucker.
I'd kill you.
Oh, wow.
And because I couldn't keep up with the spam comments, YouTube disabled the comments. So people would they would comment on newer videos like, "You pussy, you turned off the comments." I didn't turn off the comments on that video. I couldn't keep up with the spam, so YouTube just disabled the comments. but with Halloween, dude, whenever we talk Halloween on the podcast, dude, they don't even show up on the page because they're held for review. This guy's a fuck Rob Zombie, fuck you, you're an idiot. This is not John's movie. I'm like, first off, no, of course it's not John's movie, but like, dude, my life gets threatened. Halloween fans are fucking psycho. The Nightmare fans, the Nightmare fans are the best because we just fucking, if you like Dream Child, let's have a beer, whatever, who cares, you know? But the Halloween fans are fucking crazy. They're just psychotic.
That's nuts. If people are seriously threatening your life over a fucking movie, they need to get a damn life.
They do.
Exactly.
Dude, it's crazy. And it's not all of them, obviously. It's a small sector, but it's always the craziest ones that are the loudest. Dude, it's like the Bible to them. Halloween is literally the Bible. And if you say anything besides, but you do anything besides getting your hands and knees in front of some of these people, they will fucking just cuss you left and right.
Well, you know what, Christian? I hope they watch this fucking video because I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I don't give two fucking shits or a fuck. John Carpenter's Halloween isn't the best fucking Halloween out of this whole fucking franchise. So I'll just say that.
Just the fact when we did ranking the masks and all of us, well, except for Nick, we all like the way Dick Warlock's mask looks on him better. People thought like
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's like that movie is the Bible to people. It is the Bible.
Oh, I'm in the same boat as Jess. I'm a Nightmare Friday the 13th guy, but
me too.
Even with that being said, I've seen the first Rob Zombie Halloween movie, and I'd rather super glue my dick to a bullet train than watch the second one. But that's my opinion. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and it's cool to have opinion, but like anybody who has an opinion that's like, I want to fucking kill you because you like Rob Zombie's Halloween too. I'm like,
oh hell no, yeah. I mean, I love the
fucking life
differences.
there,
If we all just stood up here and we're like, oh, we all love this film.
But is that not what's great about movies? It's so
No, it's the best thing about the internet, seeing nerds go ape shit over what they love the most.
Fuck yeah, dude, it's crazy.
No.
Yeah.
I love our banter. I mean, it's all in fun, but actual threatening people or really getting that heated up about it. No, come on, movies are subjective, and
not Rob Zombie movies.
I picked my number one movie for the last year we did. I picked off of a fucking title, not the movie itself. It was the fucking title. God.
Oh shit! But Corey, what's your number one?
House of the Devil.
Oh yeah, fucking love it.
My number one was, and keep in mind, I hadn't seen The Collector until more recently, but at this point, this is probably the most brutal slasher movie I've seen, and that's Laid to Rest.
Hey, it's got fucking Cersei fucking Lannister is in it.
Corey knows what the fuck's up. Laid to Rest.
Interested to see what you guys think about my pick.
Can I guess, or?
Guess.
The Haunted World of El Super Bisto.
Nope, well, that's a classic for sure. This movie, I don't know. I just love the twist to it, and it's Orphan.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good movie.
Nice, Orc, because you know what? That's my number one too. I had no idea what I was, getting into when I first watched it. And
when you find out what the fuck is going on, you're like, oh shit.
This is fucking weird, but it's pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with Esther.
I already know what Christian's number one is, but you got the 4, Christian.
No, I mean I pretty much went pretty hard with the Halloween fans rant, but yeah, I love Halloween too. Love Halloween too. It's one of my favorite Michael Myers too is Tyler Mane.
Really?
I always like the big Myers. Like I don't do the first Michael. I mean, Corey could probably whip Nick Castle's ass if he wanted to. I mean, he's kind of a small guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I love the first Halloween. Don't get me wrong. That movie's all music to me. But I always like the big bad motherfuckers. So George Wilbur, Tyler Mane, those are my favorites. So.
Yep. I agree. I mean, yeah. I fucking love Halloween too. If anybody don't like it, can go fuck themselves.
Go the other way on that one, huh?
Yeah. Shit. But yeah, that was our rankings of the 2000s. I'm gonna go through here. Ben Grimm's got his of 2009, his rankings here. Go through his honorable mentions real quick. He's got My Super Psycho Sweet 16, Triangle, Hills Have Eyes, and Hobgoblins too. I know Christian's a
that.
big fan of
Oh,
Hobgoblins.
fuck yourself, Ben Grimm. I'm gonna kill you. Joke, Halloween joke, internet. Don't ban me.
He's gonna do it in a video game. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, there you go.
And Ben, thanks
Dude,
for
fuck
sticking out the
Halloween.
whole thing and sharing your picks each year with us too. That was
Definitely what Jess said. But he got his picks for this year. He's got House of the Devil, Drag Me to Hell, My Bloody Valentine 3D, Friday 13th Remake, Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl, which I have no clue what that is. But yeah, and he says Halloween fans are the worst, which I guess Christian could agree to that.
I guess dude. Somebody tell me what's worse than hardcore Halloween fans?
I don't
Terrorists?
know. I guess. I just don't know people that get like that worked up over a franchise or a series of movies. Like, I don't
Maybe
know.
Star Wars or Star Trek.
I don't want to. I feel like I'm sounding dramatic now, but like they're kind of the reason I got off of Facebook.
No, I mean, no, you're.
I don't use Facebook anymore, like because people would send me invites to groups and stuff, and I'm not going to name any group names. I don't want to name them. Like, there's some of them are just such hardcore echo chambers of just Halloween, and they fight. I mean, they fight, and it's just, dude, it's insane. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm getting off of Facebook. I'm done. So I've been a happier man ever since I got off of Facebook, quite frankly.
I believe it. Because the thing about movies, they're subjective, man. Somebody's gonna like what they like, and somebody's gonna not like what they like. And would it not be a boring fucking world if we all agreed on the same shit?
Yeah, if we went around here and we all had the same number one, we all had the same. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
How fucking fun is
Oh,
that?
that's no question. That's no question. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's better that way. It's more healthy for the genre in general. Because there's always going to be something for somebody, whether another person likes it or not. Like, I know Jess hates remakes, but he's not going to hate so much that.
But there have been a couple that will pop up in my list, and then I'm like, that's the problem. I'll give them a chance every time.
Exactly. All right. Well, Dan Shine says Facebook sucks. And all these horny MILFs from my area bother me on there.
I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I don't know if I wish I had that problem in my area because they're all probably fucking meth heads. Probably not. But we're gonna wrap this up and we're gonna go around the room and we'll let everybody plug their ish.
Are you gonna come back with another episode of the series?
Yes, well, I'll go through that once we get done. But we'll start. We'll start to my right here, Mr. Corey from S'mores and Doors.
Yeah, so on S'mores and Doors next Friday night, 8 p.m. Central, we'll do the selection show for Stallone versus Schwarzenegger. And then follow that up, whatever time, probably around 10:30 Central, with the selection show for round 3 of the Adult Film Star Tournament. And Jake, I have a question for you. I know other people do these shows, but do you have any interest in doing a live Vinegar Syndrome shopping party?
Yes, that'll be on a Thursday, correct?
Yep,
I'm down, man. I'm 100% down.
And anybody else that wants to hang out? So that's all I got.
All right, moving on to Jessalitis, Cable Channel 11. What's going on?
Cable Channel 11, come check us out. We'll have a new Horror Rumble before the end of the month. It's going to be Trivia Night Part 2. And should be fun. And hopefully a Jess Graham Live before the summer really kicks in. It'll be the last episode of the season. And some specials.
Sounds good.
Look for our 100 subscribers / 1 year anniversary giveaway coming up.
1 year, woohoo!
Sounds good. I'll let Corey with a K finish it off if he's got anything to add for Cable Channel 11.
Yeah, 1 year, woohoo! Everything Jess said.
Yeah, I almost left you something, but I wasn't sure if he was going to go to you.
I don't know why he did.
I would have went to him, but I was going to him.
I didn't know.
It. You got to save it. Half and half. Come on.
Is there
Jess.
anything you want to add to any of that? The show's coming up?
Jess can't have all the glory.
Watch the other 11 episodes of the Horror Rumble and see my beautiful mug.
There you go. That's
I'm the better looking of the two. So,
and that's a nice Christina Ricci picture you got up there.
Yes, it is.
Leaving.
Oh shit, Mr. Orc, we got any daily news coming from you, my guy?
Yeah, what's up?
I think you're saying McNugget. He's a nugget.
Yeah, flexing on them hoes. No, nothing new. Follow me at Orc145626.
Hell yeah. That's my guy. Jay the Stingray, what you got? You're in Christian Hannah Horror right now, so
I am. Go check out Christian Hannah Horror, Planet CHH.
Shout out to Pizzo.
Jay the Stingray on all social medias, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to have my shit coming back soon for the Wednesday nights, but definitely after this month, I'll have a lot more free time. So look forward to some more videos.
Good shit, my guy. And then we got Baby Freddy right here.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, what's Baby Freddy got going on?
Baby Freddy's, he's got an appointment tomorrow. No, Planet CHH. You can check me and Baby Fred out. Planet CHH on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's about it. Doing it big over here.
Hell yeah.
That thing's so gross. It looks real, man.
It does. It's fucking sick looking. Let's look at that again.
Light it on fire.
Baby
Freddy. Yeah, really.
Baby Freddy.
Dude, don't fuck with Baby. Don't fuck with Baby
Piss
Freddy.
fire on it.
Oh, all right. Well, as far as here in the slaughterhouse, Jeff Grams like to say.
That wasn't me. That was Ethel.
Oh yeah, Ethel. I'm sorry. I gotta get hold of them plier flaps at some point. Let me check the date here. On the 29th, yes, we're going to be doing a Backlash 2002 watch along. I'm fairly certain at least Corey, Orc, and Jay and Dan's going to be a part of that. And anybody else in this panel that wants to jump on that is more than welcome. And then if Jess Graham will get off his dead ass in this next week, we might have a Nightmare on Elm Street watch along planned for either Thursday or Friday, but that's up to Jess Graham. So blame him if that doesn't happen.
Well, I can't remember what dates did you say, Corey, for your shows? And I know you, Corey, would you be a part of that if that's a Friday?
Yeah, anybody who wants to be part, it's more than welcome. I mean, I don't care. I can do it as
kind of depends on how late it is, but
well, how early or late would you like it is the question.
The later the better.
Later. So what about you, Jeff? What does that work for you? Is 9 too early?
No.
Is 9 good for you, Jeff?
Yeah.
So do we want to go ahead and say 9 o'clock Friday night?
Let's.
Freddy's dead.
We already did it. You missed it, Christian.
What do we have left? We've done
Okay.
Freddy's Dead.
Do it again.
Yeah, we got left is a new Nightmare, the OG, Dream Warriors, and the remake. That's what we got left.
We don't have the remake.
Yeah, we got the remake.
You didn't say Freddy versus Jason.
Yes, Freddy versus Jason. So whichever one, I kind of honestly, I want to end on Dream Warriors, if that's okay.
You have New Nightmare, the OG.
Yep. Freddy versus Jason and a remake.
We have to talk. Yeah.
We'll talk about it after air, but
talk about those.
We'll look forward to it. Okay. Well, if that's it from everybody, if nobody else has got anything else, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank everybody who's stuck around. Ben Grimm, Dan's in the chat as well. Lauren is in the chat. Cable Channel 11, Jay Dead, Mikey, Pruitt, and I think that's about it.
Dr. CZ Death, Chris.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Dr. Death there. But yeah, that's everybody, I think, for the most part. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But until next time, peace.